Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first episode of the OurTake podcast. My name is Arshia, and I'm with my co-host,
Sharif.
Sosa.
Bryson.
and we are going to be talking about the NFL and the NBA. We are going to really be releasing these podcasts weekly, every Friday, and these podcasts will be recorded on the Wednesday of that week. And so we're going to be talking about NBA and NFL, so I'll put timestamps in the description for whenever we talk about those two topics, as well as college basketball and college football. Okay, so first, NFL.
All right. So this past week, I think the standout games was y'all watch the Seahawks game? That Thursday game. I like that game. Let's see. The Vikings and Redskins game went down to the wire, even though it looked like a blowout at first. You also had, the Rams had a standout game against the Texans, even though Deshaun Watson wasn't there. The 49ers got their first win of the season.
Big game for them.
The Saints destroyed the Bills. The Packers got their first win without Aaron Rodgers. The Jaguars beat the Chargers in an overtime game. The Bucks beat the Jets. The Falcons beat the Cowboys in their first game without Zeke this year. And then the Panthers destroyed the Dolphins. So what's the first game I want to talk about?
I would like to talk about the Seahawks-Cardinals game.
Bro?
Yes, mostly because of one event in that game, and that was the ruptured Achilles of Richard Sherman.
Oh.
And why, in my opinion, that's the end of the Seahawks.
True, because
the way these NFC teams are looking, it looks like these wild card teams in the NFC are gonna have like 10 wins, not like they're gonna have a lot of wins just to get into the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
And the Rams, they're on a mad roll, and I don't know. It's just like when you have a guy that's like the heart of your secondary, and that secondary hasn't even been performing up to standard this season already. It's just like they're resorting to signing Byron Maxwell. So I mean,
the Legion of Boom. If one of them's hurt, then it's all downhill from there. Especially their safeties, because you can see when Cam Chancellor wasn't there, even though they still had
Earl Thomas,
they wasn't the same defense that everybody knew them to be. So I heard that most people talk about when they talk about that Legion of Boom, it's really three pieces because the other corner always sucked. Except when they had Browner. They had a lock of defense.
Well,
but this year
the three
is like
Cam, Earl, and Richard make that corner better by default.
Yeah, but if you lose one of them, then they defense can get exposed easily.
Oh,
and all this year, what's name? Earl got hurt earlier, and now Richard out for the season, so they defense really not gonna be a factor unless they front seven can get it. But isn't Cliff Averill hurt?
Dwayne Brown got hurt in that game. Cliff Averill got hurt in that game.
So
I'm telling y'all,
I agree. Yeah, this is the end of their season.
we may be surprised at the end of the season that the Seahawks don't make it.
I see 2 games they'll lose. That's Falcons and that's Eagles. The rest of these they could win. They can beat the Rams. Because they've already beat the Rams.
I mean, you already beat the Rams, but it's still a new Rams team.
Here, nah.
With a confident Jeff Goff. Maybe he wasn't that confident when he played him.
Let's see.
Jared
Goff.
Let's
Jeff Goff.
Hold on, let's break
Here.
Let's break down.
Okay.
Let's break down his receivers.
Seahawks. Wait. Okay, Seahawks play the Falcons in Seattle. They could lose that one. We can't could totally give that to the Seahawks.
Give that to who?
The Falcons, possibly.
Yeah, I said the Falcons.
You said Falcons.
I didn't say the Rams.
Falcons. They played the Eagles. They played the Jags at Jacksonville.
They're gonna beat the Jags.
You think so?
They're gonna beat. They can stop the run game.
That's Jacksonville. And they call it Jacksonville, but they also have 2 of the best corners in the league.
They do.
Jalen Ramsey.
AJ Bouye, Jalen Ramsey.
Ooh. The Texans would don't forget him.
I'm just saying, the last time we saw a defense like this, it didn't matter who they had a quarterback. They won that bowl. I'm not saying nothing, but I mean, Jacksonville Super Bowl.
I mean, but look at the defense.
No,
look at the defense.
You're acting like okay. The only team in the AFC that actually looks like a competitive team is the Patriots.
What about the Steelers?
They're too inconsistent because they play teams on the road and they don't look like the team that they are.
True, because Big Ben's trash on the road.
Yeah, but what he got going on the road? The only way you be able to say that if they get the number 1 seed throughout the whole playoff.
And they're not.
But they probably not gonna get the whole
That's the
seed.
Pats every year.
Because the Patriots possibly can be. They play the Patriots this year. The Patriots beat them on Pittsburgh. Then they'll get the number 1 seed. It's the Patriots number 1 seed. If the Patriots lose another game, which is probably not likely because this is the easiest part of the schedule. The only hard team they really got to face is Oakland, but they play Oakland in a neutral field. So they play Oakland, then they play Miami, and then after they play Miami, they play Jets, the Bills. They play the NFC East the rest of the schedule. Besides
Basically,
Pittsburgh.
So it is a trash schedule.
basically the AFC, it looks like a cakewalk for the Patriots.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to all the Steelers fans out there, but I mean, y'all played them last year, and you saw how that went. And in my opinion, it's just a repetition.
It was different. It was different. Okay.
Okay.
Le'Veon Bell was hurt
Le'Veon Bell.
because before that he was eating.
Okay.
And-
That's my point. Like,
and our defense is better.
You lost
It's
Joe
way
Hayden.
better.
They lost Joe Hayden.
They did not.
Yes, they
Did
did.
they?
He broke his leg.
What?
They lost Joe Hayden.
Yeah, he's gone.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's it. I'm sorry, man. Like, okay, here's the thing. If they are going to win, which is very possible,
They will lose to
Le'Veon Bell needs like 30 touches.
Yeah.
At least.
And
They
then-
need to use him like Todd Gurley.
And
They've been using him. They've been using him like that.
Ben throws too many
And they
picks.
still almost lost to the Colts.
The Colts, yeah, they didn't give him enough touches that game.
In my opinion, the Colts looked like the better team in that game. And yes, it was on the road, so it's understandable. That's just the Steeler way. But
The way they have to beat New England is they need to play good defense and they need to run the ball. They need to chew up possession of time.
here. Let's go over the playoff picture right now. Okay? You want to start off AFC first or NFC?
NFC is more interesting.
NFC is a lot more interesting because you have how many teams with a winning record? You have 6, 7, 8, 9. You have
You
10
got 10
teams
with a winning
with
record.
a winning record, and only 6 of those teams can make it. Now let's see. You got Eagles in the first seed. I think we can all agree that's
Yeah, they
guaranteed.
They
probably
got
won
that
the
locked.
first- they got
Yeah,
the locked
NFC
first.
is
Vikings are the only one who seems like they could compete for that. Perhaps Teddy Bridgewater can light up a spark, but right now he's not going to start.
Philly still had to play. They had to play the Cowboys twice. So maybe.
Well, also Ronald Darby's coming back. All these games
Uh-huh.
have been mostly without Ronald Darby. So adding him to the mix, man, that was like the one weakness on that team was their secondary,
Who?
the Eagles. But now they got their Ronald Darby back. So
I don't see the
Um,
Cowboys beat the Eagles at all.
Vikings
this season.
to
You don't think so?
No. After they lost Zeke, they're done.
Not even the last game.
the Saints. Okay. Let's talk about the Saints because I think no one in the right mind in the preseason or in the summer was like, oh yeah, Saints are going to be the number 3 seed.
They're
in
going
the
to have a
NFL.
lockdown defense.
No one saw that.
Yeah,
coming.
like
That's
who
true.
saw their defense actually like being there, being existent?
No one.
Yeah, that game was a shock this
Nobody.
season.
They're a defensive team that runs. That's literally the opposite.
Whoever would have thought that a team with Drew Brees as quarterback would be running the ball so well?
Exactly.
Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara.
Yeah,
Sorry
Patriots
to all Panthers fans who got stuck with Christian McCaffrey when they could have had an Alvin Kamara.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
Well,
I
Oh,
said
are you
it.
talking about
McCaffrey, I don't know.
McCaffrey? Are you crazy? Do I have to pull up the numbers?
No, cause
McCaffrey had 2 touchdowns the other night.
not go Bryson with me with McCaffrey.
I put up
He had 30
161
points.
points.
Listen, man.
And Cam is on fire now.
That's why I was just about to bring up a topic. Do you think that they're
I know we have a
Super Bowl
better
team?
defense.
The Panthers?
They're a Super Bowl team and Cam gets started.
They're not.
You
Listen.
think so? You don't think a Super Bowl team?
Listen, they need the only way they'll get back to their Super Bowl ways is if Cam rushes every game like how he rushed yesterday. Was it yesterday?
On
That
Monday?
game or
Monday.
on Monday?
If he gets 40 yards, if he gets 40 yards a game,
I think he needs at least 50 yards a
I
game
don't think he needs that because when they get Greg Olsen back,
because
him and Eric Dickerson,
because the way I watch Cam at least, he doesn't really get as motivated because like he to me is the energy on that team. And he's not full of energy unless he's making plays, running down the field all over the place. And we just haven't seen that because ever since last season, he's gotten rocked so many times that now he's been afraid. But it looks like he's coming out more, and he looks like he's going back to the old Cam. And, man,
I think that
all it takes is that.
I think it has more to do with now that he has McCaffrey, because McCaffrey is his safety net. Like, now when he's in trouble, he just throws it to the side. And
I
McCaffrey's
really
gonna catch
hope
it.
hope that we get to see a Alvin Kamara v. Christian McCaffrey playoff game. Or actually, they play each other still,
Yeah, they
don't
will.
Yeah,
they?
they play
Yes,
next week.
That's
That's
going to be
gonna
the
be
game that defines who wins the NFC South, and I'm telling you right now.
If you remember last time on the field, they fought each other.
Let's see Christian McCaffrey how he does.
I feel like the thing with Christian McCaffrey is I feel like they need to run more outside because they don't run enough outside with him.
It's because they focus on Jonathan Stewart too much.
They do.
And I don't know why they're still holding on to him. He's old, and I get you got to respect an NFL veteran, but like,
Because
If I was a coach,
give
I'd
the
never
kid
respect the
you
NFL
picked him
veterans
like
I
with a
somebody
number
like
11 pick, I think, number 9, number 11 something, and like give him the carries. Like
because he had the other day when they finally let him
Alvin
run.
Kamara is getting his stuff, and he's performing. Give it to McCaffrey. Is all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
13 rushes for 68 yards and a touchdown. And if you watch the game, it doesn't describe how much that how he was rushing doesn't describe how it looked on the field.
All right.
It looked every time he ran the ball, he was gonna break out for a touchdown.
So Eagles 1st seed, Vikings 2nd seed, Saints 3rd seed, Rams 4th seed. Do we need to talk about the Rams? I mean,
I think they're comfortable. I think
I
they're
I don't
agree.
lose faith in Seattle. I think I like Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson can bring it back up, even though their defense is not what it is.
They've
Not what
always
it's supposed to
carried.
be. The defense always carry. I think Russell Wilson can
Can carry them.
I think Russell Wilson can carry them. I think he can beat the Rams if he wanted to.
Exactly.
If he wanted to,
That
Minnesota.
defense is mean,
Yeah, I
and
don't
now
see
that
that, man.
offense is mean too. I just like.
Minnesota is a question. Even though they have been winning, it's questionable. They can
Oh, that
they can
defense-
lose to the Rams.
Nah, that defense is Super Bowl, my guy.
They defense might be for Super Bowl last year. But what happened? They
Well,
they
if
won
you
the
think
first
That
five
was
games.
because of the offense,
If
but
you
now
think
you're
about it-
seeing the emergence of Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs.
I mean,
Jerry McKinnon.
I mean,
what's the name?
Kyle Rudolph isn't even a bad tight end. They just don't throw it to him.
Exactly. Because
No.
Thielen is eating up everything because he's unstoppable
They're
all of a
literally
sudden.
they're literally good
They
at
play the
every
Rams
position.
next week, right?
Who would have said, hey, Adam Thielen's going to play like the best receiver in the NFL this season?
They play the Rams next week.
Who,
They
the
can-
Vikings? Yes,
Yeah,
they
the
do.
Vikings, the Vikings
Yes, they
can
do.
lose to the Rams. I think so, and they also can lose to the Lions.
I actually,
You
Case
think the
Keenum,
Vikings?
The Vikings can lose to the Lions.
Oh no.
if
The
Case
Vikings can lose to the
Keenum,
Lions. Because I don't have faith in Case Keenum. I don't
A
have.
defense
the
that,
Vikings
that,
are not going to lose.
a defense
the
that
Lions,
like the Cleveland Browns put up 24 points.
look, that's what I was exactly going to say.
And it should have been probably like 30 points because the Cleveland messed them themselves up. At
there
the
was
end
a
the
part
second
of the
half.
game where I was like,
I mean,
maybe Cleveland and San Francisco are going to get their first wins.
Exactly.
And only San Francisco got it, unfortunately. But, I mean, that's just the Cleveland way, I guess.
I have faith in Matthew Stafford more than I do Case Keenum.
So-
and I think a quarterback
True.
can change a whole
he
game.
can change a whole game, but that
So-
defense is trash.
That defense might be trash. I mean, Case Keenum also can throw 3 picks to a defense that gets turnovers, which is the Lions.
Oh, they can just run the ball.
Here. Okay, let's get to this.
with Jerry
See, that's the
McKinney,
problem.
but I think Jerry McKinney is not Dalvin Cook, and I think in the long run they're gonna.
He's
miss
a better
Dalvin
pass
Cook.
catcher.
He's an extremely better pass catcher. That dude is quick. But anyways, so Eagles, Vikings, Saints, Rams, Panthers, Seahawks. Now on the outside looking in, we have the Falcons, Lions, Packers, Cowboys, all at 5-4. Okay? Do you see any of these teams by the end of the season beating out one of the teams in the playoff picture right now?
I would say
If I could say
Packers.
one, I'm gonna say the Lions. I don't see the Packers.
If you had to pick
beating us.
one.
You say
Yeah, let's
Vikings?
say
I don't doubt.
If I gotta pick one, I'll pick Dallas before I pick any of them.
I don't doubt the cheeseheads.
here's what I
With no Aaron Rodgers,
that's what I'm like you
Yeah,
gotta
that's
realize
fine.
they
back,
just
yeah.
won their first game
He's
without
coming
him,
back.
and they play the Bears.
and
He's
they only
coming
beat them
back.
by one
They
score.
only beat them by one,
He's
and
coming back.
Is Zeke still coming
week.
back?
He's coming back week 14.
Zeke is still coming back.
Here.
And Zeke can come back, and he can beat what's
They're not.
If you look at every
Philadelphia.
single
He
team
come back that game.
on the outside looking in, there's just too many flaws. Like Falcons, it's just very shelve themselves right now.
It's not a shell of them. It's not a shell of themselves. It's Sarkisian. You need to get rid of him.
I completely agree with what he just said. When the offseason, when they hired Sarkisian, I was like, this is a flash move, not a good move.
Exactly.
What they should have done is hired somebody that's already knows the system.
I don't know why they hired
under Kyle Shanahan. Hire the quarterbacks coach.
Yeah,
Who was the
they got a
quarterbacks
running
coach for
quarterback.
Matt Ryan that year? Whoever that guy was. Hire the running backs coach, the wide receivers coach. Not Steve Sarkisian. You're just trying to
Steve Sarkisian coach was the offensive coordinator for one game. And it was the national championship game, and they lost.
If they picked
That's
up
what I'm saying.
anybody, they should have picked up Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin went to FAU. So really, you picked up a person that had one game under his belt.
So Falcons will be stuck in mediocrity, it seems like. Lions can't seem to get out of this bubble where they're like...
They good one week, and then they're horrible the next week.
And you just can't tell. And then the Packers, no Aaron Rodgers means no playoffs. Basically.
That's what I'm saying. Because, look, we come back week 14.
Hey, shout out to Kalichi, by the way. Packers fan. I'm sorry about that loss.
They come back week 14, right? He comes back week 14.
Oh, see, here's the thing. This is a collarbone injury, right? A broken collarbone. You remember the last time somebody rushed a broken collarbone injury to get back onto the field? Do you remember what happened? Tony Romo, Thanksgiving week against the Panthers. Thomas Davis crushed him into the ground, re-broke his collarbone.
There's a difference between Aaron Rodgers.
Here's the thing. Aaron Rodgers broke that off of a dirty hit from Anthony Barr, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say that he's not going to get dirty hit again? Because the Thomas Davis hit on Tony Romo was dirty. It's not that hard to break a collarbone that's already breaking, and it's already broken, and it's already soft too. And I'm not saying
Tony Romo's glass. I touched Tony Romo.
Yeah, but Tony Romo wasn't glass at first. A player becomes glass the more and more injuries they get.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first.
But he's injury prone though.
But look, I think the thing about Tony Romo, I don't think Aaron Rodgers had. Tony Romo always had a back problem.
Yeah.
So maybe his body overcompensated for the back and took away from somewhere else.
Well, the problem was he didn't know how to slide correctly. But I feel like by the time Aaron Rodgers comes back, it will be out of your hands. Even if they win all the games when he comes back, the next 3, I still think that it will be out of your hands. Because that's just how good I think the NFC is. And I'm glad you said the Bills are in the playoffs because I want to get to this. Let me first mention, Cowboys fans.
I still have faith in the Cowboys. I got y'all.
Cowboys fans.
I still have faith in the Cowboys. I got y'all. Cowboys still can make it to the playoffs.
Cowboys fans. I'm gonna talk about how your team's gonna do when we get to the game predictions.
If the Cowboys make it to the playoffs, they lose to the Packers by default.
If the Packers get in,
they're not going. They're going to lose in the first round. They're going to lose in the wild card. But I'm saying they're going to make it.
They're not going to
make it. Yes, they are. Bro, the Cowboys can still make the playoffs.
Nah, man. They need to learn their lesson. Okay, you can't dodge suspension, and when your best player is suspended, you miss out on the playoffs. Ask the Packers fans. It's the same deal. Okay, AFC. This one's a lot simpler. There's pretty much only one team I see that can lose their spot, and will pretty much will. You have the Steelers actually at the number 1 seed. I did not know this. I thought it was Patriots. So, hey, maybe the Steelers can keep it. I don't know. We'll get to that later.
I say the Steelers keep it if they beat the Patriots.
I say Steelers better hope they keep it if they want to be able to beat the Patriots. Mm-hmm. Steelers, Patriots, Chiefs, Titans, Jaguars, and Bills. That is the records now. On the outside looking in, you have 4 teams with 4 wins each. You have the Ravens, Raiders, Dolphins, and Jets. And the Dolphins and Jets look pretty much out of it, so pretty much it's just the Ravens and Raiders.
The Dolphins and Jets got to play the Patriots twice.
Yeah, exactly. They still haven't played the Patriots twice.
Bro, the Jets got to play the Patriots once.
By the way,
Dolphins still got to play
congratulations, Jets, for getting 4 wins in general. I'm sorry, Jets fans, for all the 0-16s you heard.
You should have tanked. Get a better
Oh, they'll still get Sam Darnold or whoever.
No, you're not. Watch. Because you look.
Who's going to steal him?
Sam Darnold. Who was that trash quarterback?
Here, right now, here, let's look at, here, just because you said that, let's go ahead and look at the
San Francisco can get it, or the Giants.
Here's the draft prediction right now. The top 5 picks, number 1 is Cleveland, number 2 San Fran, number 3 New York, number 4 Indy, number 5 Tampa.
None of those teams need a quarterback.
Cleveland needs one and New York needs one.
They're going to keep DeShone Kizer, I'm telling you.
They keep DeShone Kizer, but I'm saying the Giants going to pick up a quarterback. The Giants are picking up a quarterback. I'm telling you right now.
for not picking.
I don't
By
see
the
it
way,
happening.
number 1 pick Saquon Barkley, Cleveland Browns. Congratulations on that number 1 pick, Saquon. Anyways,
He dropped out of the Heisman race.
You know who
After
back
a
in
bad
there?
performance.
Lamar Jackson. Everybody down in my homie.
He's not gonna win.
Cardinals are gonna steal him.
Baker's Mayfield's
now,
gonna win.
Baker Mayfield has that Heisman.
The-
Whoever
Baker Mayfield probably
whoever
will win.
steals Baker Mayfield, by the way, because I know he's
If
not
I'm
gonna.
the Giants, I'm drafting Baker.
Whoever-
Mayfield. I don't care
they
about
won't.
his past problems.
It's like that Mitchell Trubisky scenario where like they were like Deshaun Watson was obviously the best QB in the draft by performance, but people were like, oh, the mechanics and the height and the hands, like.
No.
They take that stuff too seriously. That's why
If-
Mitchell Trubisky was drafted number 2 overall.
If he can play, you pick him and you play him.
That's just not how they do it, though. That's why I'm going to say
They
Baker
look at
Mayfield's going to slide, and
a lot of
whoever picks him
variations.
up, steal of the draft. Just like Deshaun.
Deshaun Watson. Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about the Bills.
Debatable. I think
They look like the only team
They're gonna drop.
that is going to drop. Do you guys agree
I
that they
see
will
Bills
drop?
dropping.
Do you guys think they will
They gotta
drop?
play the Patriots twice. So that's you. Even if they win one, that's good. They get 5. They say play the Patriots twice, so that can be 5 losses. They'll be 5-5. They play the Chiefs. They can lose.
How
They
about
lose to the
Titans?
Chiefs.
What's the Titans record?
6-3.
Oh, Titans
Oh,
right
wow.
now are the leader of the NFC. I'm sorry, AFC South. Tied with
Jags
the
are-
Jags are the wild card right now.
Wow.
But I mean, whoever ends up winning that division, we pretty much know that as long as Mariota stays healthy, that like one of the 2 teams will win, and then the other team will be the wild card.
Yeah.
Really, just seems like who's going to get that 6th seed. And right now, it's just between Bills, Ravens, and Raiders.
Let's
Sean
talk
Ma-
about. I think the Jags are gonna drop.
You think the Jags are going to
You
drop?
know who's starting quarterback this week is?
Blake Bortles.
Like
No,
Bortles?
it's Blaine Gilbert. Yeah.
They bench
Blaine
Blake
Gabbert?
Bortles.
No. Blaine Gabbert is on the Cardinals.
Oh,
Well, yeah. I
he's
mean,
the starting quarterback for them.
They're starting him this week. Yeah.
Ah.
Cards with the 4-5 record. They actually think they got it. I think David Johnson actually took off his cast recently, so we'll see how that goes. Hey,
He's
maybe
not
a rushing
coming
attack of AP and David
He's
Johnson. Who
not going
knows?
to this year.
I wouldn't want to with that team.
I
Aw,
feel
man.
like they haven't beat anybody good.
Who?
The Jags,
it might here.
except for a Steelers team that wasn't running the ball.
The more they play, the more that team gets chemistry, and honestly, they just got too many pieces on the defense. Like, they just got too many.
they do.
They do.
Marcel
Strong
Darius,
defense.
Calais Campbell, Malik
Miles
Jackson, Dante Fowler, Yannick Ngakwe, and that's just the pass rushers. I didn't even name the linebacker, Miles Jack, and then
Yeah.
the secondary with Jalen Ramsey,
I don't have faith in
AJ
Blake Bortles.
Bouye. Oof.
I mean, you really
I
don't
just
need
like
faith in Blake
I'm
Bortles.
I'm probably overrating them, which is fine. But man, I'm just saying, don't be surprised if they do something.
I feel like their best challenge is going to be the Seahawks. See how they perform against that.
That'll be a good heads up of how they do. You got Jalen Ramsey and AJ Bouye already said on video that they're winning the Super Bowl or going to it. I don't remember. But yeah,
They're not beating
so
the Patriots.
They're not
oh
winning
oh,
the
it's,
playoffs.
I mean, here let's go ahead. Speaking, Sharif just said they're not beating the Patriots. That gave me the idea. Let's actually go ahead and tell the fans what our teams are. Okay, so my team, NFL Ravens, NBA Mavericks. Okay, your
Okay.
team, Sharif.
Well, my team in the NFL is the Patriots.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Okay, and then my favorite NBA team is LeBron James. There you go.
Yeah, I'll take that. There are a lot of LeBron fans, so whoever LeBron is on, that's Sharif's team. All right.
Meat huggers.
Danny?
Yeah. NFL, the LA Chargers, and NBA, LA Lakers.
LA Chargers. I like that.
Yeah.
Joey Bosa, Melvin Ingram. I like their coach. I just feel like they just got
too.
bad luck on them.
They
Basically.
do. Basically, yep.
What was
A lot
your
of
NBA
injuries.
team again? Sorry.
The Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh yeah, Alonzo. I forgot about that.
Oh,
We'll get to that when we talk about the NBA. Bryson.
You know, newly stated champions, World Series champions. Had to say it, H-Town. I love Rockets, Texans.
He's all H-Town.
Don't forget about the Steelers as well.
I respect that. Oh yeah, he's a little bit of a Texans Steelers, a little bit of both, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, Bills. Tyrod Taylor's benched. How do we feel about that?
That's an easy. I love it.
I hate it.
Chargers are playing them this week. That's an easy W for us. I don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hate it. I like Tyrod Taylor.
I don't
even know the reason why they benched him.
This is probably because he came out of Baltimore, but I'm one of the biggest Tyrod Taylor fans. T-Mobile, as they call him.
He threw 9 of 18 for an interception and 56 yards.
That's not his fault. I looked at the stats. His offensive line allows the 7th most sacks in the NFL. And when you think about that, he's got legs, right? You know how many sacks he's probably escaped?
But
Nathan Peterman can't do that.
There's another problem. The problem is that he runs too much. Like before the receivers even get into the progressions and stuff like that. He runs out of the pocket way too fast sometimes.
But
and that's how he gets sacked.
That takes time for people. That takes time for most quarterbacks to learn that, because you know that if you don't get rid of the ball fast enough, it's probably gonna be a sack. And you don't want to get blindsided, so sometimes you run out of the pocket and make space, and sometimes you still don't see no space. You still can run. That's why most quarterbacks do it.
Apparently, according to what I have read, Nathan Peterman was actually performing better than Tyrod Taylor in training camp before the preseason, or I think during preseason, before the season started. And there are some rumors that in the locker room you had a couple players saying, "Hey, coach, we're in it. Let's not get out. Maybe we should try out this new kid who looks good." Yeah. So it's either they're gonna try him out, but I would not be surprised at all if they put in Tyrod again. If Nathan doesn't do well.
So for one game.
This is a terrible game, by the way, to do it for.
Yeah.
You have a terrible offensive line against that LA Chargers front. Oh, I feel bad for Nathan. Good luck, Nathan. Good luck.
No, but off of one game, he had one bad game. He went, 9 for 18, 56 yards, and a pick.
Did you see last game?
But the game before that,
unlike most quarterbacks, by the way, he only has 3 picks on the season.
Exactly.
He rarely
he
throws
doesn't turn the ball over.
But the game before that, he was 29 for 40, 285 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and got another touchdown with his legs.
Oh, two of those touchdowns were garbage time touchdowns.
I forgot about that Bills-Jets game.
They were getting blown out.
What about the Raiders though?
By the way, you guys saw the Jets? They were dominating that offensive line.
This is a Raiders defense that let Jake Cutler throw it up with his eyes closed and score 3 touchdowns.
That's why, in my opinion, if anyone's gonna take the Bills spots, I just feel like the Raiders are too
iffy.
Yeah. I mean, they were iffy. They were an iffy team last year, but I mean, I'm pretty sure a very good amount of their wins, more than half of their wins last season, were by 1 score. Yeah. And a lot of them were in the last 2 minutes, scored to get ahead.
I'll tell you this: if they able to beat the Patriots this week, they beat the Patriots this week, then they can make it to the playoffs. But if they don't, then it's over. I
mean, their only competition, pretty much. I looked at Baltimore's schedule, okay, and I know I'm a Baltimore fan, but if you look at the schedule, they basically play a roulette of backup quarterbacks. So all Baltimore has to do is just run that dang ball. Do not let Joe pass. I don't even want
elite.
If it's 40 or more pass attempts, even 35 or more, just you had Alex Collins. They beat the Dolphins 40-0, right? Alex Collins. It was the first game where they finally let Alex Collins let loose. Then the next week, who did they lose to?
Titans.
They lost to the Titans. Now, if I'm correct, how many times did they rush Alex Collins in that game?
13.
13 carries. Now, I know he wasn't rushing that many yards, but that's your only option because Joe ain't going to win you the game. I'm sorry. I'm a Ravens fan, and I'm saying Joe ain't going to win you the game.
I don't think that's a problem. I just think that the offense is just garbage completely. It has nothing to do with
that Alex Collins kid ain't garbage. Man, I'm telling you.
Y'all beat the Dolphins in prime time. The Dolphins let Jonathan Stewart rush for 110 yards last night.
Alex Collins leads the NFL in yards per carry.
I jog faster than Jonathan Stewart runs.
No, you don't. Tired of this Jonathan Stewart.
Hey. All right, now. All I'm saying is, it's the Ravens' playoff spot to lose, in my opinion, at least. Because, here, go over the games, Sharif. What games have they got upcoming?
All right. So they play Packers next.
Okay, Brett Hundley.
Okay.
Texans.
Tom Savage.
Lions.
Matthew Stafford. Their team is iffy. They almost lost to the Browns.
Lions are going to win that one.
Steelers.
That's a dub.
Ravens.
That's a divisional.
Browns.
Browns, that's a dub.
Colts.
Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
Bengals.
Dysfunctional team. They already beat them once.
Okay, y'all could lose to the Bengals.
They already beat them once. And so, okay, if they lose the ones that you said, that's
It
3
is
losses.
Steelers and Lions. That's what he said. I don't know. I know they not lose to the Bengals.
Don't count on my Texans either.
Tom Savage, I'm sorry, man.
Savage mode.
So that's 2 losses.
Soon.
That's a 9-7 record, and in my opinion, the way this AFC looks, that's more than enough wins.
True.
All it takes is 8 or 9, in my opinion.
Yeah, it always is.
Unless if Nathan Peterman actually comes out and balls, and I'm gonna feel bad for your Chargers if that happens.
It's not gonna happen.
Then
We're
watch
gonna
out for
throw 'em
those
off.
Bills. Because
Like, we have
Sean
the best pass
Sean
rush in the
McDermott,
game, you know?
he said it himself. He said we are still playing to win. So this is really what he believes is his best option to win right now.
honestly, I think that the last 2 spots it's going to someone in the AFC. It's going to someone in the AFC West, and then whoever ends up winning between Jaguars and Titans. That's who I believe is gonna make it to the playoffs. So either Raiders or
AFC
Chargers.
West really not.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's either Raiders or Chargers.
Raiders or
Yeah, the
Chargers.
Broncos are gonna get done.
All right. I mean, Ravens have the easiest schedule out of all those outside teams.
Yeah, that's
True,
true.
they
The
do.
AFC has the AFC West has the.
I don't want the
hardest schedule.
Raiders.
You can
I don't
look
want
at
the
the-
Ravens to get in.
We can look at some of the games. Let's look at some of these
As a
games.
Patriots fan, I hate the Ravens.
Your Chargers
As
have
a
tough
Ravens
schedule.
fan, I hate the
Do you
Patriots.
really want to go to the playoffs after you lost to a team 70-44?
70-44?
44-7?
44-7. Was that the score?
Yeah.
To what game?
Jackson.
Jaguars.
Hey, if you think about it,
Y'all
now, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Big Ben throw like 5 picks against the Jags?
Yep.
And didn't they lose against the Jags?
Lost.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm fine with it. And we lost to the Bears, but didn't the Steelers lose to the Bears?
Steelers.
I'm fine with it. As
Yeah.
long, I'm not saying we're going to win the division, which we are not. That is not in any chance. I'm saying that it is in Baltimore's hands. I'm not saying they'll do it. I'm saying it is in their hands. It is theirs to lose. That is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it is.
The way y'all win it if Ray Rice comes back on the field. That's the only reason
Poor
we-
guy. Poor guy got blackballed. Okay,
I mean, he
so
blackballed his wife, but
okay. All right. Any other news we want to talk about? How we want to talk about Elliott and how that pretty much dooms the Cowboys?
I don't think it does the Cowboys. I have faith in. I have
over.
faith. I have faith.
Season's done.
and Darren McFadden,
No, in young Dak Prescott.
what receiver core?
He still had Dez Bryant. I don't care what nobody.
Des Bryant's
says.
no longer top
Des
5.
Bryant's no longer top 5, but that's not bad.
That's not bad.
He's
It's
not even
still
the top
Dez
10.
Bryant. I
Top
don't care what
15.
nobody
Oh,
says.
okay. Top 15 is being disrespectful. He's
He's
top
not.
15.
He's not top 15.
I'll give him top 15.
He's top 15.
You can name 15 wide receivers.
Yeah,
better
that's
than
what I'm
Dez
saying.
Bryant.
Can you
Huh?
really
You can
name
name
15 wide receivers better than Dez?
I'll start with Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald is still a better
Larry
one.
Fitzgerald plays in the slot. I don't want to hear it.
And he's like,
He's still better than him. Put Dez in the slot. He's still not doing nothing.
He Dez was slow to be inside. That's why you put him on the outside. He could just jump over people.
It's cute. He drops
See,
them.
the
Obviously,
only-
he can't make clutches. He can't make game time catches and clutch decisions.
I think we're honestly just being harsh on Dez.
Oh, I'm always harsh on Dez. I hate the Cowboys. That's just a disclaimer.
yeah, I just like the Cowboys as well. That's like,
I have faith in the Cowboys. I don't care what nobody
Oh,
they
says.
can't do it. They're not going to get the job done. No way.
Unless Dak moves the running back.
Here.
Dak-
Sean Lee's out for the next 2 games. So to me, those 2 games are automatic losses. Who do they play those next 2 games?
Eagles and the Chargers.
Okay, they lost to the Eagles, and believe it or not, I'm going to give them an L to the Chargers too. Because I feel like without Sean Lee, that defense is a mess, and they don't have Zeke in
Didn't they
either of
lose,
those games.
Tyron
And I don't
Smith?
know how much longer Tyron Smith is going to be out. But any games he's out, that's also
I
lost.
mean,
Oh, yeah, we have the
DeMarcus
best
Lawrence.
pass rush in the
DeMarcus Lawrence, my work.
See,
Phillip
but see,
Rivers.
like-
But I don't know. Look. It's also
he still has the most.
it's at
sacks.
Cowboy Stadium.
It is.
Okay, it's at Cowboy Stadium. And the Chargers do have a history.
No, I'm
of-
talking about the Eagles game.
Oh, we're talking about the Eagles? Oh, that's all Eagles. I'm sorry to any Cowboys fans who actually think they're going to win this game.
They can't.
But,
I don't know.
I
y'all
can see
talking
it
about.
happening.
I can see
just
it happen. I can
see
see
it
them being.
No,
Nah,
I'm
no
definitely
way.
not putting it out of the picture. I'm just saying it's like 90% Eagles.
There's
Actually-
actually no chance of them winning at all.
Because if Tyron Smith isn't at... Okay, I'm going to look this up. Is Tyron Smith playing this week? Because if he's not, what's his name?
He's pushing
my
him.
little brother's an Eagles fan. Shout out to you. Brandon Graham is going to eat alive Dak Prescott. If Adrian Claiborne can get 6 sacks, like, you got to realize, Adrian Claiborne said it himself. He literally said this quote, "I only have one move." Imagine skilled pass rushers like Brandon Graham.
Joey Bosa, Melvin Ingram.
It's
If
that's what
Smith
I'm
is not
saying.
then that's
Like-
easy.
Okay, here.
He's questionable.
Tyron Smith is questionable. I'm saying Tyron Smith makes it a game decider, in my opinion. I mean, Adrian Claiborne decided the game to me last week. And this is just another. Because that poor line that everyone was saying is the greatest, it's starting to lose that depth. I don't know where the depth is now. They don't got anyone to play left tackle besides Tyron.
And what's his face?
Which is
retired
why
last
they
year.
should draft a left tackle.
Doug Free retired last year as well.
Doug Fee retired. They lost Ronald Leary in free agency. La'el Collins has been okay, but he hasn't been as good as they expected him to be.
So yeah, that should be interesting.
I have faith in Dak Prescott.
I like the kid. I really do.
Dak Prescott,
out
you
of
listening to this,
Mississippi
bro?
State,
I got
he's a
you, bro.
born leader. Okay?
I didn't like
But
you in Mississippi State, but
unless they
cool
get
in the
this
Cowboys.
running game going, by the way, in my opinion, I don't think Alfred Morris is the answer. And I think they should start giving more carries to Darren McFadden.
I think
He
they
got
should use
1,000
running
yards
back-
with
1,000
them.
yards. That's
He
correct.
did.
They should use running back by committee.
And they also went 4-12
should.
that year.
Nah. They tried running back with committee that 1 year and then Darren McFadden emerged. And I think it's going to happen again as the season goes by. That's why I have him on my fantasy team. Okay, is there anything else we're going to... Oh, here. Teddy Bridgewater. My prediction is by the end of the season, I don't know when, I don't know during what game, maybe even in the playoffs. At some point, Case Keenum is going to be benched for Teddy Bridgewater.
That's if he starts to pay back.
But it's Casey Keenum. Bro.
Well, see, here's the
Hey,
thing.
hey.
Even though
Who's the NCAA champion? Who owns the record for most pass yards?
I don't care what he has
here,
in college.
Case
this is the
Keenum
NFL.
threw 4 touchdowns and 2 picks against the Redskins, right?
Yeah.
That past game.
Mm-hmm.
Yet Mike Zimmer still had to take time to decide if he was going to start Teddy. For some reason, I don't know. Apparently, Teddy's looking really good, better than Case Keenum in practice, and so that's why they're so
That was
eager to do
Teddy's
it.
job to take. I
It's-
mean, he led them to 10-6.
that's what
didn't
I'm saying.
leave.
Like, I feel like he's the
AP led him. Nobody did.
at a certain
I know.
point. At a certain point, Teddy's going to be put in, and I feel like that's going to be the extra push to push them in far into the playoffs, not just like one win. I see them winning at least 2 games in the playoffs.
No, don't
There's 2
take,
games. That's
don't
NFC
That's the
Championship.
That's what I'm saying.
don't take Teddy Bridgewater out. I mean, don't put Teddy Bridgewater.
Let's see.
If Keenum is playing good, you keep Keenum in.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that at a certain point, Keenum's going to mess up, and it's going to be Bridgewater's turn. Because if Keenum was as good as he's playing right now,
He'll mess up. He
Then
can mess up against the Falcons.
he'd be a starter somewhere. But the fact is, he's got Adam Thielen, he's got Stephon Diggs. Your job's not hard when you got those two, in
No.
my opinion.
They got a sleeper in Laquan Treadwell.
How's he been doing? I
He's
felt bad
doing
for him
okay.
because he didn't play at all his rookie season, and he was like the first picked wide receiver.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this.
At Ole Miss, yeah.
Ole Miss.
He gonna mess up during the Falcons game. I
Who
just have a
is?
feeling. Keenum.
No,
Keenum against the Falcons.
the run game is pretty much they're gonna run through Atlanta like Swiss
That run
cheese.
game
I
hasn't.
mean, the Cowboys have a run game. They don't run through the Twist cheese.
Yeah, that's because it wasn't
There
Elliott.
was no Zeke.
And then without Tyron Smith,
No
it's
Zeke.
kind of hard.
Jared
Alfred
McKinnon
Morris-
and
did
Latavius
Alfred
Murray
Morris
are
have
both
1,000
better than
yards
Derek
with him?
McFadden and Alfred
Alfred
Morris.
Morris had 1,000 rushing yards with the Cowboys. You play.
No,
you
he
can-
didn't. He had
he
1,000 yards with the
The
Redskins.
Redskins, yeah.
And that
Yeah.
was,
That's the
That
Redskins
That was
though.
like 2012, dude.
That's the
I
Redskins.
think it was
But
multiple seasons, wasn't it? Yeah. Or was it just-
Did you see who they had at wideout? They still had Deshaun Jackson. They were just throwing that up to him. They had a Jay Crowder that was pretty okay.
Pierre
That was
Garcon.
last-
Pierre Garcon.
Yeah, that was back
Once
then.
again.
That was a good. Now their wide receiving core is like, man, we need to draft a wide receiver. I like Josh Doxson.
Yeah.
Very big fan of him.
no, he
TCU.
dropped too many passes.
TCU boy.
He dropped too many passes.
Oh,
You
come on.
don't, but
Come on.
he'll get over that.
Better than Terrell.
He was.
Better than Terrell.
Don't talk about him.
What a disappointment.
What, Terrell Pryor? But
Yeah.
he's a quarterback.
No, but see, here's the thing. With no quarterback available in Cleveland, you managed to get almost 1,000 yards, and yet you go to a play. You get all this hype around you going to a place with Kirk Cousins at quarterback. You played the whole summer with Kirk, the whole training camp with Kirk, the whole preseason with Kirk, and everyone's talking about how amazing you look, and then all of a sudden, you're not catching anything in the regular season.
That's what I'm saying.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? This man was getting drafted in fantasy like super high just because of that like extremely high upside.
15.
But all of a sudden, I can't catch the ball anymore. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
it's a disappointment because I love the guy. I mean, the fact that his first season playing wide receiver, he got over 900 yards is beyond me.
Yeah, but you also got to remember he played quarterback for most of his life. So let's say this. You know how on and off seasons? Even wide receivers have on and off seasons.
Yes, I agree with that. But
So that's his first season. He had a good season. It's an off season. What about next year? Everybody gonna lose face on next year. You gonna have to prove y'all again.
hey,
Receivers have on and
hey,
off
I'll
seasons
take
all the
it.
time.
I'll let the Ravens take him up for
Let's
cheap.
see a receiver who's gonna have an off year like that.
Okay.
Was it Deshaun Hopkins had an off season?
You mean DeAndre Hopkins?
DeAndre Hopkins
He had
had an
trash
off
quarterback.
season.
Stop.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
never
bro,
had a
I was
quarterback.
gonna
Stop.
Yeah.
We had quarterback
Yeah.
committee last year. For the
No,
last
And?
4
Are you
years.
just gonna say
But about
and?
the year before that, he had no quarterbacks. Y'all haven't had quarterbacks
He's
for
got
like
a point.
25
They've
years.
never had a
They
quarterback.
started Brock like 14 games.
It's
Stop.
Brock Osweiler. I mean, oh my God.
My bad.
Brock had a good game last week. Didn't nobody want to remember
He
that?
did not have a
Stupid.
good
He did
game.
not have a good game.
No,
Yes, he did.
he did not have a good game.
Yes, he did. He
He had
did.
the
Against
one
who?
touchdown.
The
Serious?
Patriots. He had a good game against the
No,
Patriots.
he did.
Okay,
They got whipped.
Didn't he have like
I'm
one
big up.
touchdown?
Hey, one touchdown.
And the
is
game
good
was
for him.
over.
Okay. Here's the
But
stats.
we had a game where we
Okay.
kicked 20 field goals.
Here's the
I
stats
mean, we had
against the
20
Patriots.
points by field
Stats
goals.
against the Patriots: 54.5% completion rate, 220 yards, a touchdown, a pick, with a rating of 72.
And
Out
this
of
is a
100.
and this hold on. And this is a
if
Patriots
we-
defense
if
that
this
allows 295 yards
If we were taking a test, right?
passing.
If we were taking a test, he passed. So
He threw a touchdown and a pick,
he
and only
passed.
220 yards, and he only completed half of his passes.
Over half, because
55%.
That is over half. To me, that's
Oh,
a good stat.
by the way-
For Brock Osweiler,
By the
that was
way,
his first week started.
right now, in
He
my
started
opinion,
the week before.
here's what they're praying for. Right now, they're just praying for Paxton
Lynch. That's what
Paxton
I'm
Lynch to
waiting for.
come
I don't like passing much either. I don't think he is.
I don't
Better
think
than Brock.
Probably is, but I mean,
Here,
he ain't
here.
gonna change nothing.
when I say they're praying for him, it's just because he's an option. That's different than Brock and
Yes.
Trevor. I don't think he's gonna. I think he's a bust.
They
But
need
that's
to
just
draft-
my opinion.
They need to draft a quarterback.
I don't
Well,
think he's a bust.
I don't think they need to draft one. Actually, I think they should go ahead
should've
and
packed up
steal
Patrick
Tyrod
Mahomes.
while he's a free agent this summer.
They should
Him
take
or
Tyrod.
Kirk. Kirk in Denver. I'm like,
Yeah, because both of those organizations have no faith in Tyrod or Kirk.
Oh, but there is a rumor that Redskins are gonna franchise tag Kirk for the third straight season.
I don't think
Which,
he
by
minds
the way,
it.
$35 million guaranteed. That's how much money he would get.
I don't think he minds it. He drives a van, a freaking van.
Because he knows he's on 1-year contracts every year. He can't risk it.
Kawhi drives a Camry.
You don't know that.
No, he does. You need to stop.
You don't know.
If
Kawhi drives a
anyone
Camry.
does not know, he's referring to Kawhi Leonard. Okay, Kawhi Leonard. I like that. Let's make these
Transition.
NFL game predictions, and then
Yeah.
we can go to NBA, shall
So
we? Or
Titans versus Steelers is the first game that's on tomorrow.
okay, Titans v Steelers. Oh, Thursday night.
Yeah.
It's in Pittsburgh. If this was in Tennessee, I would have picked the Titans, but it's in Pittsburgh. I hate to say this because I really don't like them, but Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Danny?
I'm gonna go to shock, but by 6 points. I see 14-20 Titans.
14,
14,
20. Or do you guys want to do scores?
You don't have to.
That
that's
Titans
If you got
defense.
that much
That
confidence
Titans
in
defense.
Yeah, if you got that much confidence, Danny.
That Titans defense.
Hey,
was
remember
knocked
this,
down kind of
14-20
last year.
Titans. You said
14-20
this.
Titans.
Okay, next game.
Let's see. Jaguars, Browns.
Jags. I don't think there's
No
even
question.
Okay,
Trap game.
It could be a trap game.
stop it.
It could be a trap game.
How disrespectful.
I mean, they did lose to the
Isaiah
Jets. They
Isaiah-
lost to the Jets.
You're
The
being
Jaguars
disrespectful.
lost- The Jaguars lost to the Jets. I mean, let's not forget that. They lost to the Jets.
Like, I don't understand why y'all be thinking that the Jaguars are
It
this
is at
complete
the
team.
Yeah, but that was
They
while
still
the
got
Jets.
Blake Bortles
That was
at
while the
quarterback.
Jets were on their run. You know,
It's-
they were
bro,
feeling
no,
themselves.
I don't care. You lost to the Jets.
I mean, Josh McCown is out
And
there
they
balling.
beat the Steelers. Is that what you want to hear? Like,
I'm saying they're on and off. You don't know what
but
Brock
the
got.
Browns are always off. They're never on.
The Brock got. I mean, they
Hey,
got
they-
one
hey,
win
they
last
get
year. They
the-
beat the
get
Chargers.
They get them one win every year. Let's give them
They
that.
beat the Chargers last year.
That was last
And they had
Okay.
Phillip Rivers.
Next
Okay.
game. So wait, but what's your
Lions,
pick? So
Bears.
what is your
Oh.
actual pick, though?
I'm just playing. It was the Jets.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I'm just
Okay,
saying, don't
what's
be
your actual
surprised if the
pick?
Browns do beat them. I
Okay,
won't be
okay, I'll
surprised.
take that. You
I'm
guys are
giving
just
this-
saying don't
I'm
be
giving this
surprised.
the Browns.
Okay, Bryson picked the Browns. We'll remember this.
All right. Cardinals, Texans. Interesting.
Savage mode. It's time.
Nah, I'm going Cardinals. What's wrong
Cardinals.
with you?
Yeah, Cardinals.
Adrian-
I'm sorry, but
Adrian
Tom
Peterson
Savage.
had like 130 yards on your line.
Yeah, it was,
130.
AP's breaking.
No,
dude.
no, we have a good run defense.
All right,
Did you
Danny's
not?
thinking,
We shut down Todd Gurley.
Your defense has been disappointing.
No.
Ever since you guys lost
The only
AJ
way they
Bouye.
win. The only way they win is through the air.
You
But let me
guys,
say
And
this.
that's when Blaine Gilbert messes up.
Can I say this?
They're not
Yeah,
gonna
you
rely on
shut
him.
down Todd Gurley, but y'all probably focus on Todd Gurley the whole time. I mean, you don't think you're gonna focus on AP with the Cardinals? Be like,
It's Blaine
yeah,
Gabbert
he's
at
been on and
quarterback.
off.
We'll
So,
see.
I mean,
We're gonna see.
I got
Danny,
Texans.
I don't like this one.
Texans.
I mean, Texans are at home, and the Cards.
it's
They lost their
a give or
quarterback.
take on that
Yeah.
one. But
Yeah,
They
it's
lost
one-
two quarterbacks.
it's
I
Bryson
really
said
want to go
Houston.
Texans. I'm gonna go Houston.
okay, so
Texans.
2 Texans, 2
Yeah.
Cards. Okay.
Rams Vikings. That's a good.
This
that's
is
a
this is
good
gonna be a
That's,
good
that's
one.
the game.
What is
That's the
this? What time is this?
12.
Oh,
It probably
that's
not gonna be
lame.
on TV either.
Lame.
They're not gonna show it
Okay.
on Fox.
Anyways,
I have.
this is going to be a really good game. I actually, Case Keenum's going to get the start, and he's going to get benched. And Teddy Bridgewater's going to come in and win the game for the Vikings.
I say Case
Book
Keenum
it.
leads them to victory.
Case Keenum lives in the
So
victory.
I like the
Vikings.
I don't see the Rams slowing down now. I think the Rams gonna take this
But
one.
it's in Minnesota though. It's in Minnesota.
Cool.
they're
Oh,
hot.
it's Dome Stadium now.
They're hot right now, so they're doing what they're doing.
It's Vikings.
Okay.
I say the Vikings defense pressured young. How you say his name? Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Jared Goff into
So
like, 2 picks.
disrespectful.
I mean, he not a name I remember now.
I
That
say-
man's balling.
Carson Wentz is the best quarterback to come out there.
Thank every LA citizen should just go ahead and thank Sean McVay for choosing to come over.
Like Chiefs, Giants, Chiefs, easy. The Chiefs are easy. Chiefs, Giants.
Chiefs easy. Chiefs easy.
Yeah,
I don't
Chiefs,
think
Chiefs,
anyone's gonna
no question.
beg to differ.
But I do see Eli not finishing the game.
You think he get
Ooh,
benched?
put in Webb. What's it? Davis Webb or David Webb? Or
David Webb.
Joe Webb, something.
Texas Tech.
Joe
David
Webb.
I don't know.
Webb. Put in Webb.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
see
like-
Eli finishing the game. That's what I'm gonna say there.
Let's see. This game, Patriots Raiders. And it's not. It's in.
It's in
It's in
Oakland.
Oakland.
No, it's not. in
No, it's
Oakland.
not. It's
It's in
neutral
Me- it's in
field.
Mexico.
It's in Mexico.
Oh, it's in Mexico City. The last time they played in
Mm.
Mexico City, some guy was putting laser pointers
That's
in
all
Brock
Oakland.
Osweiler's eye.
It's Oakland.
It's Oakland.
There's a whole bunch of.
Oh
Hispanics
yeah,
there.
Mexico City's basically Oakland, by the way.
So who y'all got?
I still got the Patriots, no matter what.
That game's tough because it depends on who has the better endurance. They're playing 5,000 feet in the air. They're basically playing a mile high.
The Raiders.
I mean, the Patriots just played a mile high, so it could be adjusted to it better than the Raiders.
The Raiders beat the Chiefs and
Raiders
stunned
playing stunts
everyone.
here.
I'm gonna say the Raiders beat the Patriots and stunned everyone
Yeah, I say Raiders.
in Mexico City. I like it,
I
like it.
Patriots.
Yeah, I got the
and I hate to
Patriots
say
in
that
there.
because we're in the playoff picture right now, but I like it.
No, Patriots will.
Of course, you
Sorry, Sam.
Pats fans.
Lions, Bears. I go
Look,
Lions.
Eagles Cowboys at 7:30. This is
All
my
right.
game. You want to wait till that one to the end? Eagles Cowboys, or you just want to say it now because you already know who?
Why is
gonna
it
win?
not in order?
Oh, because I like teams that I like to look at before, and then.
You should be doing this in order, boy.
It have been in order so far. 12.
Okay, well, let's keep it 12 right now.
All right, Lions, Bears.
Lions, Bears.
Lions.
Even
Lions.
Soldier Field.
Lions.
I got the Lions.
Not even difficult. Okay.
Ravens, Packers.
It's in Lambeau, but it's Brett Hundley.
I got Ravens pulling it out.
I got
Ravens.
I got Packers.
I don't believe in Brett Hundley.
Sharif,
I do.
come on, be logical. I know you don't want to do it, but I know you got to pick him. You don't want to give it to Brett. Come on.
Oh,
They won't
Yeah,
let
right.
Brett Hundley throw down the field. They let him throw down the field, and he got a touchdown. Let Brett Hundley throw down the field.
It's because we're limiting his playbook, which is
Yeah.
dumb.
I don't know the Packers. It might be the Packers.
They might not limit his
Hey,
playbook this
pick
week.
whatever
They
you
got to
feel.
win.
I picked the
They
Packers.
better. I hope they do, anyways.
I picked the Packers.
You picked it. Okay, so it's 2-2. We'll talk
Yeah, I
about
see
this
Joe
next
Flacco
week.
actually having a big game.
Really?
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I actually have Alex Collins having a big game, which that is what it should be. What it should be.
Redskins, Saints.
You know?
I got the Redskins. Was an upset.
Yeah, I can see that. Where is it?
It's in New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Oh, dude. Saints. I'm sorry. It maybe if it was in Washington, but Saints at New Orleans?
That Russian defense is nasty
Hey, pick what you want, man.
for the Redskins.
All I'm saying is Josh Norman just got burned like multiple times last week, so I mean, Josh Norman's gonna be on who?
Michael
Michael
Thomas.
Thomas, more likely, yeah.
Michael Thomas. Ted Ginn. Ted Ginn can easily burn Josh Norman.
Yeah.
I still got the Saints.
Saints, and Redskins. Okay.
Bucks, Dolphins.
Oh, that's a trash game.
That is a trash game.
But I
Garbage
got
game.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
Mike Evans is back.
But is Jameis back?
No.
Well, then,
I mean, Fitzpatrick got them a dub.
again.
Oh, the Fitzpatrick cycle. Due to the Fitzpatrick cycle, I'm gonna give it to the Bucks because this always happens where Fitzpatrick becomes a backup on a team and basically it causes a curse where the starter gets injured so he can get him some spotlight.
Mhm.
He plays well, earns a starting job somewhere else, then
True.
plays bad, then gets cut, and then finds a backup job, and so the cycle continues. If you look at his career, that's all that has happened. Which is why
That's actually
before the
insane.
season started, I told my friends, Jameis Winston's going to get injured.
Dun, dun, dun.
I say Dolphins
And it
because of the
happened.
emergence of Kenyon Drake.
Okay, so we Bucks.
I
Are we expected to see
I think
Tannehill sometime
Dolphins.
soon? Or is he
Okay,
done for the
Sharif
season?
picks Dolphins. Bryson picks
I know he's done for the
Dolphins.
season.
And
Oh yeah, I had the Dolphins.
Danny picks Dolphins.
Bills, Chargers.
I mean, you guys know my opinion. Well, honestly, I think we're gonna take it because we're gonna get pressure on
Alright.
the backup quarterback, and that's
So-
we're gonna force him to throw turnovers.
Danny picks the Chargers.
They still have LaShawn McCoy.
And we
Deshaun
still have
McCoy.
good run defense.
Okay,
Not really. We have
so
literally the worst in the league.
Danny picks Chargers.
I like Phillip Rivers.
Sharif
pick
picks
the-
Chargers.
I say they put Tyrod back in and Bills win second half.
We do choke.
I agree with my man Bryson. Nathan Peterman's going to get benched. I'm not sure it's going to be his fault. I'm putting it more on the line, allowing too many sacks. Nathan Peterman's going to get beat up in this game, and so I'm going to see Tyrod coming in.
All right, Bengals, Broncos.
That's a tough one because they're both.
Bengals.
That's
yeah,
tough.
I got the Bengals too.
See, Bengals aren't bad. They're just inconsistent, I think.
Yes.
They're just
When the Broncos, if you look at them, as of late, they're just
They
bad.
have no quarterback unless Paxton Lynch does.
But Paxton Lynch isn't ready yet.
Yeah, he's hurt.
He's still hurt,
I
so
thought he got back on the practice squad October 25th.
Paxton
It's practice
Lynch
squad, though.
takes number 2 QB reps in Broncos practice and mix to be backup.
Did they already say Brock still started?
Good luck with that.
Well, I mean, the fact that he's been moved to number 2 means he's coming closer.
Hey, last time Brock started for the Broncos, they won a Super Bowl.
Either way, even if Paxton comes in, I'm giving it to the Bengals. Sorry to my uncle, who's a Broncos fan.
I picked the Broncos because it's in Denver.
Okay.
And
That's
I
right.
give it to Bengals because it looks like the Bengals they lose close games.
All right, Eagles, Cowboys.
The only games that they haven't lost that was close was that.
Is this for
Steelers
Sunday
game.
night?
Mhm.
Did we already do all the afternoons?
Yeah.
Sweet, okay.
Yeah, the only game they haven't lost was the first game and the game against Steelers, which was divisional games.
Who, the Bengals?
Yeah, most of the games were close. Other one, Bengals versus Jaguars. The Jaguars scored a late touchdown.
All right. Well, it is the big game. This is the one we've all been waiting for. Eagles, best team in the NFL, versus
Ha.
Cowboys, the most overrated team in the NFL.
I don't know if the Eagles are the best in the NFL.
They have 2 defensive pieces, and one of them is going to be out. And then on offense, we don't know if Tyron Smith is going to play, and Elliott's suspended. I think this pretty much gives it to the Eagles. If Eagles somehow lose, they might just lose their number 1 spot to the Vikings. But I don't see that happening. It's for the Eagles to lose. It's in their hands, basically, in my opinion. I see the Eagles controlling this game pretty well, especially if Tyron Smith is out. Eagles.
I don't say they're the best team because I still don't think that they could beat. I don't see them beating Minnesota.
By the way, I don't see this as a blowout because this is a divisional game. I'll say Eagles by 1 score.
Yeah.
28-27, I take the Cowboys.
Disgusting. Okay.
Dak Prescott, game-winning touchdown.
So you're gonna say this is gonna be a Dak Prescott game, like
Mhm.
a highlight. Okay.
Dak attack. I hate the Cowboys, but I just feel like the Cowboys are gonna get them a win.
Okay.
And then they're gonna lose rest.
You guys saw the
Well,
Falcons game last week,
I
right?
still see the Wentz wagon rolling. The Wentz wagon.
Wentzwagen rolling, my
It's
man.
rolling to an MVP this season. I mean, they're not going to lose to the Cowboys.
And this Monday night game, Falcons,
Should have been
Seahawks.
Deshaun, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Seahawks, better win it if they want to keep their spot. Is all I'm saying. Because they
Russell
lose.
Wilson.
If they
It's a big
lose,
game for both of them.
Falcons are. You don't want to let the Falcons get on a roll, because if they get on a roll, they might just find themselves and become what they were.
And then they fire Steve Sarkisian.
The choking team they are.
So that's if they win, but I have them losing. This is going to be another one of those Russell Wilson back against the wall games, because unfortunately, who's going to cover Julio Jones? Byron Maxwell?
They haven't been.
Nah,
throwing
Ryan
it.
Griffin.
You know what? I just said who's going to cover Julio Jones? Nobody. Give it to the Falcons. I can't believe I just picked the Seahawks.
I seen Julio Jones drop 2 touchdown passes in 1 week. Two touchdown passes.
I just like this
1
upset.
week.
I'm sorry, all Seahawks fans. I'm sorry,
Russell
Connor.
Wilson.
I'm sure Russell Wilson's going to perform great because he's going to have to, but I'm just going to say it's just too far out of his reach. I feel that the defense is just going to allow
it's
too
not
much.
out of his reach because again, the offense has been stagnant because of the play calling.
I have faith in Russell Wilson till the day I die.
I see Falcons taking this one.
I don't know. It's
All
a
right,
hard
so we're
pick.
even on
Yeah,
those.
it's
These are going to be
Falcons.
good games to talk about: the Cowboys, Eagles, Falcons, the Seahawks, Patriots, Raiders. Okay, so NBA. Are you ready for that?
Boom.
We can go to college football.
What do you guys want to do?
We can go football, and then
Okay, football.
and
Okay,
then basketball.
college football.
Looks like another Bama year to me, unless Clemson can pull out the dub.
Okay, me and Danny have been talking about this behind the scenes for a while now.
Indeed.
And so, basically, I don't know how Danny feels about this, but how I feel is that the Miami should be number 2 right now because ESPN just 3. Is that what you said?
2, 3.
As
long as Wisconsin doesn't go in the top 4.
trying to pull up these rankings right now.
Right here: Alabama, Clemson,
Okay,
Miami,
you have it.
Oklahoma, Wisconsin, Auburn, and Auburn.
So this is minor to me because I would have had Clemson at 3 and Miami at 2. That's all minor. But there are some very big games coming up. There's going to be the Alabama at Auburn game. Auburn is ranked number 6 or 5th. 6. So that's going to be a very important game if Auburn wants to be in the top 4. And then there's also I think
Who does Wisconsin?
Miami plays a very important game, don't they?
Wisconsin
Miami plays
Michigan.
Clemson. Don't they?
Yeah, they play Clemson.
They're going to play Clemson later this year, and that is going to be a very important game. And I believe that Miami's not going to win. Not going to lose a single game this season, and that includes the playoffs. I'm rocking the chain, and I'm riding Miami all the way home. That's just how I feel about it right now. It's just too magical. You can't just beat Notre Dame by a score of like 40-something to 3.
Georgia
8.
did it.
Huh?
Didn't
Georgia. No, I was close.
It was closer, Vince.
It was closer.
That's actually
It wasn't. No, they only beat them by like 1, and that was in Notre Dame. Which is why I found it weird that Georgia beats Notre Dame by 1 and gets number 1, but Miami destroys Notre Dame in Miami, and they can only get number 3.
That's because Miami. That's because it's the
They just
SEC. It's the SEC,
They don't want to give it to Miami.
and they want Georgia to be so good.
Watch, once they beat Clemson,
Remember,
people are gonna see Miami.
remember when Georgia was precinct ranked number 1 over Alabama, and then Alabama beat them like 40.
But the thing is, we all knew they're ranked number 1 right now, but they're number 1 every year.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Always.
It's pretty much just can you beat Alabama
Yeah.
in the playoffs?
It really
Because
is.
that's what it's going to be.
I feel like that Alabama's gonna go to the playoffs, but I feel like Auburn could beat them in the Iron Bowl.
That's what I was telling Danny. Because if you look at it,
Yeah.
if there's going to be a team who does beat Alabama, it's going to be Auburn. And without a doubt. That's just history.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time that Auburn.
You saw that
Don't be
that
surprised.
Alabama actually
Don't be surprised at all.
Oklahoma.
Alabama actually has leaks this year.
Huh?
They actually have leaks this year. They have
Oh.
polls.
Oh, yeah. I completely believe that. That's
I
why
saw
they weren't
when I
ranked
saw
number
the
1.
Michigan State. The Mississippi State game.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a game Mississippi State
Everybody not
lost.
talking about Oklahoma, but
Let's
That's
get to
my team.
Oklahoma.
That's my
Because
team taking
if
it.
Miami doesn't win it, it's going to be Oklahoma and Baker Mayfield, in my opinion. That's right. I'm saying either a 3 or a
I
4
say Miami
team right
lose
now.
to Clemson.
You think that?
Yeah. Miami loses
Nah,
to Clemson.
I
That'll
just
be a
don't.
test. That's a
Maybe
good
it's I just don't like Clemson as much. I don't know.
Malik Rozier is good.
It's either. Yeah, exactly. I love Malik Rozier. It's either the U or it's Oklahoma, and the U is just based on. I mean, it's just like they got a presence about them that reminds me a lot of teams that like you saw that were like they didn't on paper were like, oh, this is gonna be a great team, but like they just kept performing like a great team. They have this energy about them, like it was like that year with the Panthers where they were dabbing a bunch and all that good stuff, and like they had a very good chemistry about them. And now the U with their chain and all that good stuff.
Pac-12 out of nowhere.
I just
No,
I like that
Pac-12
energy.
got, like,
I love
20
the
ounces.
energy.
Yes, he can do it.
I love the energy, and I feel like whoever comes out of that Oklahoma Miami game, which is probably going to be
Miami.
that before the finals,
Yeah,
I feel like whoever gets that wins it.
Now,
I'm sorry, Alabama
Here's
fans.
the kicker. Now they have a Big 12 team. They have a Big 12 game now, championship game, right?
Yes.
So now they're either gonna replay Oklahoma State or they're gonna replay TCU. Do you think they could lose in that game?
I think they could lose in the Oklahoma State. I do not think they lose to TCU. TCU is theirs to win.
They're not losing the Oklahoma State game
Really?
because it's a neutral field.
It's a shootout. Really.
It's a neutral
Look at
field,
it.
and they played in Stillwater last time.
It's going to be close because that's how shootouts usually are. But I mean, pretty much
I don't even think it'll be
Baker
a shootout.
Mayfield wins.
I don't even think it'll be a shootout. I just think Baker Mayfield fit torch just like he did in Stillwater.
What's his
I'm
name?
glad we all feel the same
Mason
about
Rudolph
Baker,
is no
by
slouch
the way.
either.
I don't care about Mason.
They had a better defense. 'Cause I don't even think Mason Rudolph threw. He didn't throw it. He didn't throw an interception against them.
It was in Oklahoma State, right? Baker Mayfield had 5 touchdowns, bro.
Shootout.
598 yards.
So did Mason
Heisman.
Rudolph.
In Oklahoma.
Mason Rudolph threw for 5 TDs.
But he had 598 though.
He had 4. He had 448.
No, I'm saying.
Plus they rushed for 100 yards more. So
I mean, right now, in my
but that
opinion,
was the thing you got to factor in. They played at Oklahoma State. This Big 12 championship game is in Dallas.
it's in Dallas. I know. Have you ever actually been to the Cowboy Stadium? You know how
Yes.
close Oklahoma is.
It-
Have you ever
That's what I'm
been?
saying.
It's gonna be
I've been to
filled with
Oklahoma
Oklahomans.
State game.
They're gonna be a whole lot of people from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. No. I'm talking about. Have you ever been to a Oklahoma State game?
No, I've been.
There's a lot of people from. There's a lot of Sooners there too. It's not just all Oklahoma State fans.
pretty much the way the number 4 is right now, I don't see that changing.
Yeah.
It may change throughout
The
the
top
weeks,
4?
but I feel like the way it ends, it's going to be those 4 teams. I don't know if it's going to be necessarily in that order, but I feel like those are the 4 teams that are.
Not
gonna
if
go to the
Miami and Clemson, one of those gonna drop out.
playoffs. You think so? Do you
Yeah,
really
they got to.
I mean, but who's going to go in?
Then the
Auburn.
SEC. I see. This is what happened.
Oh,
I see
man.
if
Ohio State.
No.
Stop
don't
it.
see
That's
it. Don't
disgusting.
see it.
Don't. They're
Not
trash.
Ohio
They're
State.
garbage.
Yeah,
no,
they're not.
No, they're not.
They got blew
Garbage.
out by Iowa.
Yeah.
So?
Well, Iowa does that. They're the
Yeah.
Iowa and Iowa State. They're the
Trash.
what is it? They're the trap teams. I hate teams
But
like that. Where
I
it's
see-
just like that.
Cause
they're gonna-
Wisconsin, I feel Wisconsin gonna lose to Michigan, so they won't get in because they already got 10 wins.
If you look at
Nobody
the
wants to
teams on
put
the
them in.
outside, I feel like even if Miami or Clemson
Auburn-
lose that game,
If
like-
Auburn beats
Alabama.
Alabama and Alabama goes and beats Georgia, then that could be 2 SEC teams in.
I really don't want that.
But it could happen because
I
then
like
Auburn
the U and Oklahoma. Okay, here's the thing. If I had to pick one to
everybody
lose,
talks down on Ohio State.
then Miami needs to lose because I want to see Baker Mayfield in the playoffs. Because I feel like if you let a guy like Baker Mayfield into those playoffs, he's winning it.
he already did and they lost.
Yeah,
They
got
played
killed
Ohio
by
State.
Clemson beat them.
Yeah, but that was like Deshaun Watson in his first year lost, but his second year he won. I really do.
I just don't see them holding
Dude.
Alabama's offense.
This is my prediction, all right?
It's gonna be a shootout.
Because it's
It's gonna be
a
a
Big
shootout.
Ten. It's a big. The only team in the Big 12 that actually plays defense is TCU.
Yeah, I
And
know.
they
Can I say
showed
this?
them. They beat them.
Can I say this? This is what I think. All right. So Michigan is gonna beat Wisconsin, right? And with Michigan beat Wisconsin, they had 24. They're probably gonna boost up to 13. Let's see. And so when Ohio State beat Michigan in that last week, then everybody gonna be like, "Oh snap, Ohio State!" And most likely, was Clemson lose? Clemson already got one loss. Miami lose, they gonna have one loss. So only way they gonna put them in. People are like, well, Miami lost to Clemson, so why you want to see that game again? Because they already know what's gonna happen.
I'd rather put in a Stanford team than Ohio State. That's 24.
There's 7, but you just disrespectful. You was disrespectful. This is straight disrespectful, Bryson.
I mean, pretty much Bryson always being disrespectful to a lot of teams
Georgia can still
and a lot of players.
Georgia can still get in there.
They can still sneak in.
No,
I don't think they
lose to
should.
Alabama.
Georgia's a waste of a playoff spot if they get in.
They just gonna lose to Alabama.
I just want to see interesting teams like Miami or
But I'm telling you,
Oklahoma.
I'm telling you,
different. I'm tired
Alabama.
of same old.
It's gonna be
Exactly.
Alabama, Clemson, Oklahoma, Ohio
Now
State.
Michigan. Now Michigan.
Stop pushing Ohio State. JT Barrett. I don't want to hear it. You know how many JT
I can see
Barrett
Ohio
fans I know?
State. I can see Ohio State losing to Michigan,
But they not though. I'm telling
and
you
Michigan
right
going to
Michigan's
the Big
winning
Ten
that
game.
Ohio State.
I'm telling you, they're not going. Nope. No.
Dude, JT Barrett.
And then
is
watch
not the man.
Ohio State. Watch Ohio State rake Wisconsin too. Everyone gonna be like, what is going on? Y'all forget they got Urban Meyer there.
Okay.
Man know how to get himself into
That's
places
cute.
where he
They
can
got
win a national
JT
championship.
Barrett.
But why you doubting JT Barrett?
Hold on.
JT Barrett really
Hold on,
ain't
did
Who
that.
has the most touchdowns?
Hold on.
JT Barrett is slinging the rock.
Hold on.
Picks,
What happened?
turnovers.
What happened last year when they played Clemson in the playoffs?
But that was last year.
What, did they drop? Did they just drop a goose egg on
They
New
played the
Year's
national
Day?
champion.
They dropped a goose
What
egg
was the team?
on New Year's
They played
Day.
the national champion.
How did JT Barrett play Iowa again?
No, it's we don't care about
No.
JT.
Oh, we don't care now.
He got whooped.
I'm pretty sure he had like 3 or 4 turnovers in that
Yeah,
game.
4 picks, but it's all right though.
Oh,
You know
that's
what?
your man, huh?
You know
I'd rather
why?
have Tryon Harris as my quarterback.
You know why? Because the running game wasn't there. That's why he was the
And you're saying the running game's going to be there at the end of the game?
Yep, I have faith.
Oh, okay. You have faith.
That's because Iowa shut down their running game. What do you think? What do you think Michigan's gonna do?
Look
Exactly.
what they did. Look
You
what
don't
they
think
did to
Michigan-
Michigan State though.
Huh?
48-3. They gonna whoop Illinois, and then when they play Michigan, they gonna beat Michigan.
Okay, let's see what happened when this. Let's see what Michigan State
Here. Okay.
They were ranked 12 when they beat them. Ranked 12. They were under them and busted that tail. Beat them by 45.
Busted that tail.
did. They have no defense. I mean, Michigan State has no offense. Like
Look,
whatsoever.
and you know what came alive? They running game. 162 yards.
Here, after you guys finish this up, let's go. We're going to move to basketball.
So I think they're gonna be Alabama.
Let's see how Michigan's been playing after since their
Oklahoma, Ohio
loss.
State. Everybody watch.
Say it again. Say your top 4 again.
Okay.
Alabama, Clemson, Oklahoma, Ohio State.
Okay. This is in no particular order, and this is mostly just due to the fact that I want it to be interesting. Where the top 4 teams right now should be in the playoffs. Alabama, Clemson, Miami, and Oklahoma. That will be the most interesting playoffs to watch, in my opinion. Most fun, also. I feel like Miami and especially the Miami Oklahoma game. If that happens, I
No,
would
but
love
then
to
Miami
see
got to
that.
move to like they wouldn't. It'll be Alabama versus Oklahoma, then Clemson versus Miami.
Hey, I mean, I guess Miami and Oklahoma better win.
I actually have
Mhm.
Auburn sneaking in the playoffs.
I have
Ooh.
Auburn. I have Auburn, Alabama, University, Miami, and Oklahoma.
Ooh.
Man, I got Clemson.
I like that. I like that one too.
I don't know. Okay, it's either Miami or Clemson, but I feel like
Miami's gonna beat Clemson. Remember this. Remember this.
For some reason, I have OU messing it up and losing. And not making the
somehow they
playoffs.
always mess it up towards
That's
the
what
end
I
of the
feel.
season.
And I feel like that's
Baker
gonna happen this
Mayfield.
year.
Oklahoma
Change
teams
man.
always
Baker
mess up.
Mayfield.
Is a
No,
change
yeah, dude.
man.
Brand-
He's
Brandon-
a changed man.
He gonna win the
Brandon,
Heisman and he gonna win a national championship.
Brandon
Boom.
Wheaton
And then he'll get that first. Then he'll get
versus
that first
Iowa
draft
State.
pick, and then they gonna be good.
coming in ranked
Whoever
number
drafts
2 in
him,
the
man.
Did you see his dance moves? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
I'm telling you, that's a difference.
He's gonna plant a flag on that championship field. He's gonna plant that OU flag.
If he does that, then I would be so happy.
OU just has they have really fast players, but Alabama has a really fast D-back. They're fast at every position. I'm pretty sure they have a lineman that runs a 4.4.
Like, they wish
More
they
than
had
likely.
a
More than likely.
A lineman that runs a 4.4.
Maybe a 4.6.
If a lineman runs a 4.4, I'd run like a 4. Okay. All right. Basketball. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, from what I've been watching, because I am a Mavericks fan, I've been watching.
Oh,
I've been watching Dennis Smith ball.
you mean injury prone? You mean Brandon Roy, Derrick Rose? Because that's exactly who Dennis Smith is going to become to me. Keep trying to dunk over people.
Derrick Rose after them.
He's gonna keep doing it.
The only thing that he
Don't curse my first round pick. All right, dude.
He should have been a Knick.
Should have been a Knick. LeBron quoted it. LeBron
And
is so high on that kid. He mentored that kid.
You're
okay?
right.
He's
You're
14.
good.
And people are now.
Everybody's booing
Lonzo Ball.
Everybody's booing.
Hey.
Frank Ntilikina. We'll see how he does.
I'm telling you right now, Lonzo gonna average. He has the 5th most assists in the NBA.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Yes, he does.
He has the 5th most
How many
assists
turnovers?
in the NBA. He only averaging 2.4. So get out of here with that.
Yeah, he's not. No.
Yeah, like he a turnover machine.
He just need to get his shot down.
Listen, this man is supposed to be Magic Johnson. This man.
No, I didn't say that. Magic Johnson said that. I didn't believe
is supposed to be the game changer for the Lakers. He's supposed to be the star. Now, to me, you're not a star if you're playing like a Ricky Rubio, just like getting assists and
This
maybe
is his
getting.
first year. If I'm coming
The Lakers-
in the league,
Well,
and
the
you
way
call
they
me,
were-
and you call
no,
me
no.
a veteran point guard,
No,
that average
the only-
the game,
Lakers-
The
I'm
only
good.
reason that I'm viewing him like this is because they talked like I wouldn't
This is
care
you.
if
Yeah,
everyone there was that was a Lakers fan,
The Lakers
Lakers
are 6 and 8.
management, Magic Johnson himself said this kid is gonna come in right away and make that team a lot better. 8th playoff seed better.
I mean, though
That's
they.
possible.
I mean,
Actually,
they
we're
a half
right
a
now.
game out.
And
the
right now,
playoffs.
We're
the
right
right
there.
now
They're
the way
half a
it
game
looks,
out the playoffs.
the right now the way it looks is Kyle Kuzma's the better rookie.
No, because people like focusing on scoring. They'll take it how
He
when Lonzo
facilitates.
on the court, the way the ball moves on the court, the ball never stops moving.
Okay. So you wanna see how much they're worth? Let's go to win. Okay, what's
Plus
the
and
stat
minus.
called?
Some win shares.
Yeah, the
Win
plus and minus is not
shares.
that good.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go to win shares right now.
See,
just
plus
for
and
you.
minus are like it's
Not the
like
greatest.
It's not.
it was good, but till that Suns game.
Okay,
this past
here,
week.
wait. Let me just actually. I'm gonna look up NBA PER because I'm a very big fan of that stat.
Player
Yeah.
efficiency rating.
Yeah.
Player efficiency rating. That's probably one of my favorite stats for NBA.
You should.
I
Okay,
think James Harden would be number 1 in that.
here we go. We're
Yeah.
looking at rookies player efficiency rating. Okay. Now let's go ahead and find Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball is ranked 19th among rookies in player efficiency rating. And then if you go to Kuzma is ranked 7th in player efficiency rating.
I don't see them win.
And so if that doesn't do enough for you, let's go to earn win average.
The Lakers are not
Okay.
making the playoffs.
Lonzo
Yeah, I don't
is tied for 19th with negative 0.1 wins.
Do you see the teams that are in front of them?
Negative. That means he damages more than he helps. And then Kuzma's ranked 6th. I'm just saying the stats aren't in favor of Kuzma.
See,
right
but
now.
here's the thing. Kuzma's like
Scores.
22 years old. 22. Lonzo's 20. Just turned 20 not so long ago. So he still has a long way to go. Long way.
And plus, the Lakers are not making the playoffs. Let's just go ahead and make that straight. Okay, they got the Clippers behind them, which the Clippers are going to play better. You got Oklahoma City in front of them, Portland in front of them, Memphis, Denver, and New Orleans.
I just wish that
Actually, we have a good stretch of
that,
games where I think we can make.
what's
We can
his
go at
name?
least.
Ben
500.
Simmons. Let's talk about Ben Simmons for a
Are
second.
you really
here.
gonna use PR? Because you use PR. Bobby Portis is the 6th best PR
This is
player
a L.
in the league.
What are you talking about?
What are
We
you
can
talking
beat them.
about? Overall or
I can beat
rookies?
the Nuggets.
No, overall.
Oh,
beat
Bobby
them.
Portis? Yeah, he's
we
number
can beat
6.
them. We gonna
But if
beat
you
them.
look at the
We
games
gonna
he's
beat
played,
them. And then
it
here's
backs
where
it up.
just,
the dude's averaging 19 points
Yeah,
per
that's
game
when
with
it gets
10
a little-
rebounds per game.
A couple L's.
That's the same dude, by the way, who knocked out
we beat them every year.
Mirotic.
So we at least guaranteed one dub.
Which is why Mirotic isn't going to be on the Bulls anymore because he's refusing to play as long as Portis on the team. And if you let go of Portis, that is wild because the dude knocked him out. He fractured his face.
To the Cavs.
Wait, they got into a fight.
It's actually a good deal. They better get that. Bobby Portis, 19 points per game, 10 rebounds per game. He could win if he plays like the way he's doing. He could win. What is it called?
Most improved.
Most improved.
Who?
Good.
Who you guys talking
Bobby
about?
Portis.
Bobby Portis.
But James Harden not the leader.
Clint Capella is also another.
Huh?
It's Giannis then LeBron.
It's definitely not LeBron right now.
It's right here. Giannis LeBron.
Huh?
By the way, in PER, Giannis not only beats LeBron, but everyone else is like 29, 28 in the top. Giannis is 32.
Yeah.
That is an enormous difference.
Exactly.
James Harden.
It should be James Harden or it should be
James Harden is number 4.
James Harden has a lot of
which
turnovers.
I am fine with because he turnovers the ball a lot, which is why I told Houston fans this, which is why I'm glad you're accepting the fact that he does turn over the ball a lot. I was telling them, Chris Paul's gonna play the point when he comes back, and they're like, no, they're gonna split it, and I'm like, James Harden isn't a natural point guard, no matter how much. Yes, he will average more than 10 assists, but that doesn't mean he's a natural point guard. It means he's forcing assists and he's making turnovers, which it shows.
Only time he's gonna play point guard is when Chris Paul goes to the bench and James Harden's gonna run the second unit.
Exactly. I completely agree with that. Like, it's Chris Paul's job, that point guard position.
And actually, Clint Capella's playing really well right now.
Oh, he's another candidate that I have for most improved.
Yeah, he is playing.
Because if they give him more minutes, in my opinion, because he's only playing like around 25 minutes per game.
To be honest, the Rockets should get Mirotic because we're one big man away.
No, Cash get Mirotic.
We're one big man away.
Mavericks
from
should get
winning.
Mirotic.
No, why? Why don't you take y'all losing and get somebody good?
I actually want that. I want that number.
Get
1
Marvin
pick.
Bagley.
I want that number 1 pick. Why do they have to change that draft system?
We give you the next pick
for Wesley Matthews.
No, Dismith. Give us Dismith.
Oh yeah,
tear his ACL.
No, he's not.
Stop saying that about Dennis.
Stop saying that.
Leave him alone.
You remember that commercial about that little kid that was looking up to LeBron? And you put Dismith over there. That is just it's gonna be the end of the game. Hey, ugly old KD snake face gonna come shoot a 3, and then LeBron gonna be driving down there, and then Dismith gonna be like, Dismith, then boom.
Oh, by the way,
we're gonna win a championship.
Naturally, since Sharif is a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, naturally
he's gonna miss a dunk on Draymond.
He hates the Warriors with a passion, and not only hates the Warriors with a passion, but hates Steph Curry more than.
Too. Well, Steph Curry's okay.
Well, I think do any of us not hate them?
I do not hate them.
You don't hate them?
I
hate them. Or actually, no, I don't hate the Warriors. I don't have a problem with the Warriors. I have a problem with people who overrate Curry.
I have a problem with Warrior fans.
And people... I don't have a problem with Curry itself, just with people who overrate him.
I have a problem with Warrior fans.
Okay, so basically, Warriors fans... overrating Curry?
When everyone's saying he's the best point guard in the game.
Today?
Yeah. They're saying he's the best.
2 MVPs, 2 rings. I don't see why not.
He shoots threes!
First of all...
he stole James Harden MVP! I don't care what nobody said! He stole James Harden MVP!
It was stolen.
That was James Harden! I don't care what nobody said! James Harden went out Dwight Howard, led that Rockets team to the second place seed in the West! Why nobody want to give that man credit? Took that man MVP, gave it to a dude that only averaged 23 points. James Harden was second leader in points and was still top 10 in assists.
And rebounds.
Why nobody want to talk about this?
Okay, because they took Curry out most of the fourth quarter.
Okay, you want to give info about which year this was and stuff?
What's his name? When the first year where the Warriors turned good out of nowhere.
2014, 2015.
Okay, so...
And everybody was like, but look, he broke the record for most. He had 296. James Harden was like 230 something. So really, is that big of a difference?
Yeah,
it's 63s that's just missing right there.
But yeah, problem with Kevin,
but he's still putting up like 4. And then last year he got his MVP taken. But.
No
problem with Kevin.
Last year, no, not the rest of us just heard that one.
My problem is with Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry.
I'll go with.
Yeah, and then Stephen Curry did not deserve to be the first overall MVP.
I know Russell Westbrook what he did was so
MVP.
historic and all that, but James Harden won.
James Harden just needed 2 more rebounds a game, really, and they were winning. He could literally just stand there, get 2 more rebounds, and have a triple.
The problem is, the problem is because James Harden didn't have a story. Russell Westbrook had a story. KD left him and he opposed everybody.
Exactly. It's
his
all about
confidence.
the story.
It's really what it. But nothing is. I don't like Steph Curry how he became the first unanimous.
Steph
MVP.
Curry isn't even the top 2 point guards.
Today?
Yeah.
I think that's no question.
No, he's not.
You're right. Honestly, I would put him top 3. But I would
Yeah,
honestly
I'm
at
fine
this
with that.
point I
Number
would give
3.
Kyrie number 1.
Number 3 overall.
I'm putting Kyrie number 1.
Kyrie's not number
I have Russell
Kyrie-
Westbrook.
Kyrie's my
I got Kyrie ahead of Russell
Kyrie is
Well,
not
actually,
number
I'm not even gonna put James Harden in the rankings.
one. Kyrie
so
is not number 1.
I almost
Kyrie
put
is
James
number one.
Harden in.
No, he's not.
I'm gonna look at him as a shooting guard as much as he
Let's say
plays
this,
the point
alright.
guard position.
playing right now. He's playing
Russell
like he's number
Westbrook,
1.
Exactly.
number 1. Russell Westbrook, number 1. Let's see. Don't forget about John Wall.
John Wall.
I don't know. if
He's the
number
best
two.
not
true
number
point
2.
guard. He's the
Oh.
best true point
He
guard.
is number 2.
He's the best
He's
true
not
point
over
guard.
Steph. He's not over. He's not under Kyrie.
Yes, he is.
I
Bro,
have John-
Kyrie, bro. As we can
Nah.
see, the Celtics are 2-0 without
Here,
Kyrie.
here.
They
Here's
do
my-
not
No,
need
they're
him.
they're
Here,
1-0.
No, they won 2 games without Kyrie. I'm telling you this.
Wait, here's my
I
rankings.
listened
Here's
to
my
it today.
rankings.
Oh, even on first take, they're like they're 2-0 without Kyrie.
Here's my
on a
rankings.
13-game win streak.
This is without James Harden because I'm gonna regard him as a shooting guard. By the way, Russell Westbrook, Steph Curry. Let's go, John. No. Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, number 3, John Wall, number 4, and number 5, my boy Damian Lillard. I'm a very big fan of him. He's an all-star. He gets snubbed every year.
Dame better than
Very
Kyrie
underrated.
He is very underrated.
too. Dame better than
But
Kyrie too.
I still give it to Chris Paul.
You really gonna rate Chris Paul that high just because he's on Houston?
Not just because of that. He's the best.
As far as I've seen,
he's the
based on
second
the
best
Clippers footage, he's done nothing but limit Blake Griffin.
Limit Blake Griffin.
Because all of a sudden he leaves, and Blake Griffin is like the best power forward in basketball now. All of a sudden,
I would still have faith in Blake Griffin.
It wasn't that. It's just Blake Griffin. I mean, he was just
Injury
moving the
prone.
ball around.
Pissing me off, bad time.
Blake Griffin just has to carry more of a load.
Kyrie.
I
Okay,
mean-
so I'm going Kyrie number 1, Westbrook number 2.
Kyrie number 1.
Kyrie's number 1 right now. Like, there's no question. Westbrook's team can't get
Are
it
you
together.
talking about playing right now?
Bro, he playing with 2 other.
Exactly. He's playing with stars, and he can't get it together.
You know, bro. So I guess what you talking about? So he playing with stars. I mean, every team you
Quick
put together
question.
with
Hold on.
stars
Quick question before
always
we do
mess
this.
up in the beginning.
If the game is real close and you need to take a clutch shot, who are you passing the ball to if you're on Oklahoma City?
If you're on Oklahoma City,
Russell Westbrook.
no,
Paul George?
I'm giving it to Carmelo.
I'm giving it to Carmelo.
I'm giving it to Paul George.
Here's
Which one?
you
Well, hold
gotta
on.
give-
How many of them have hit clutch shots in one game in the playoffs?
Russell
Here's-
Westbrook.
And what?
Did he not hit that? Did nobody remember when he hit that shot against Denver?
That
about-
wasn't
that
the
about-
playoffs.
I don't care. That about 35 feet to clinch.
That was
clinch-
regular
Anthony
season.
Davis did that. Anthony Davis
here,
did like
here.
half court.
Here, here's the thing.
What clutch shot Paul George hit in the playoffs?
You gotta realize
Huh?
Russell Westbrook isn't like that great of a shooter. He's aggressive. He's the best point guard in the game, but he's not that great.
If
of a
I'm
shooter.
giving the ball to somebody, I'm giving it to Paul George.
So then you got to go
What's
between.
clutch shot Paul
It's either
George hit?
Paul George's shot or it's Carmelo's shot. Now Carmelo has played in Madison Square Garden like for so long in that spotlight. There's no other stadium like it, and he consistently he's an
Underperformed.
ISO scorer. So you know he's going to be able to create a shot.
All of them are ISO scorers.
They aren't playing like it right now.
But
Exactly, because
Carmelo
they
has a
don't
better
give the
jump
ball.
shot.
Did you not see what happened when they finally gave the ball to Paul George? He dropped 42.
Bro,
They were
Paul George-
finally-
I'm just
giving
saying
him the ball.
I'm fine with Paul George too, but I feel like Carmelo has a better chance. That's just me.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
see
feel like
Carmelo
Paul
again.
George has the better.
Plus, he's gonna have a 4 on him because he plays for 4 right now. So I love that.
There's a lot of.
He can take a big advantage.
There's a
of that.
lot of fours.
You get a ball to Andre.
There's a lot of
Roberson.
fours in the West.
Andre Roberson.
Yeah,
Garbage.
that's a gag. Yeah, give it to him.
Garbage.
Like I said,
Andre Roberson. I bet he smack it. Splash.
He can't
Andre
even,
Roberson-
make, he can't even
all you gotta
smack
do is
free
wrap him
throws.
up, dude. Wrap
Andre
him up.
Roberson
and
can't
you
Andre
even smack
Roberson
free
is
throws.
great under pressure.
If you just hug him, make him shoot. That's
Splash.
it. That's game. You win.
Okay, well, you want to talk about recent games? Anything big in the recent? Let's see. Cavs Knicks. There we go. So, if anyone does not know, LeBron basically implied that Frank, whoever, French dude from the Knicks, first round pick, is not as good as Dennis Smith. And
He's
then,
not.
He's not. He's not. I agree with that too,
Not
obviously,
yet.
because I'm a Mavericks fan. Not yet, sure.
Hey, everybody was hating on Kristaps. Well, let's just give Frank Ntilikina his time.
Yeah, but Kristaps immediately came in and did
Bro,
stuff.
Not his first.
Frank Ntilikina don't even start, bro.
He don't.
That's what I'm saying.
He don't
Okay,
start.
it's the Knicks. The Knicks never make good decisions.
They start.
They
Jared
do
Jack-
now because Phil Jackson's not there.
Isn't Jared Jack on the
Bro,
team?
the Anthony Fox doesn't start.
You mean
De'Aaron Fox?
De'Aaron Fox, my bad.
That's the Kings. Everybody know the Kings is a.
Okay.
And the Knicks are not?
Alright, censor.
And the Knicks are not.
I mean, no, I don't think the Knicks are.
Gosh darn it! Now I actually got to go back into the footage.
Then they build
Oh,
a big
so
three
good.
with Joakim Noah, Carmelo Anthony, and Derrick, bro.
I mean, that just.
Kristaps, he was there too.
Oh yeah, don't forget about Chris.
Yeah, okay, well, okay.
Yeah, they start Jared Jack. No, they start Courtney Lee at point guard.
A shooting guard.
No, it says right here. Point guard.
Really?
Courtney Lee. Yeah, Jared Jack.
It
is
was
shooting guard.
Sessions.
No, Tim Hardaway.
Sessions.
Or no, Tim Hardaway was
Sessions
small.
was starting. Sessions was starting.
By the way, my man Tim Hardaway,
He balled.
he's a G.
He's balling.
He's a G. And I knew he would too.
He's
He
a
never got the
JR.
minutes he deserved in Atlanta. He left rightfully deserved, and now he's balling and
Making money.
Oh,
He shouldn't have started.
he's the
He plays
JR.
shooting guard,
maybe
right?
maybe it's just a thing about that makes small forward shooting guards better at shooting. Because JR all of a sudden he left Madison Square, and it's just like, where are you, JR?
True question.
Does that hit home for you, Sharif?
Where's the line?
I-
Yeah.
Not a
where's
lot,
that?
because JR been shooting 40% from
There's an
three
Amber
past
Alert
year.
out for JR, so just
No,
if
JR
you-
been
if you
coming
see
up.
him, let me know.
JR this
They
past.
weren't gonna pay. They weren't gonna pay Tim Hardaway in Atlanta because that's Dennis Schroeder's team.
We
I
see what's
saw
going on with
it
that.
when they were winning. I was like, that's gonna be Dennis Schroeder's team sooner or later.
Okay, so if
2015. is when they had the
it's
All-Stars.
time for the ridiculously early look at the NBA standings, okay? This is ridiculously early because there's only like 13. We're only like 13 games
Cavs are
in.
number
Start
one.
with the West.
Let's
West
I'm
is
gonna start with
harder
the
to
East because it's first up on you.
Cavs are number one.
Celtics are we're not predicting right now.
No, I'm telling you. Even right now, they number one.
Celtics are number 1, Pistons 2, Wizards 3, Raptors 4, Magic 5, Knicks 6, the Trust the Process Sixers at 7, and the Bucks at 8, which has the Cavs actually not in the playoffs. Now this is ridiculously early.
Charlotte's gonna take someone's spot with Batum coming back.
Really? You think
But
he's
the Cavs
that big of a
tonight.
difference?
He's a top 10 shooting guard. Easily.
Small
I don't know about that.
Small.
Yeah.
Plays
Well, they
shooting
have
guard.
Small. Yeah. It's like 6'9".
They put him at shooting guard though.
So which of these
I think so.
teams right now you're like, there's no way they're gonna be in there by the
Magic.
end of this? You don't see the Magic keeping
way.
it?
Bro, I don't understand.
And New York.
I don't,
Here's the thing:
I don't understand how they win.
Aaron Gordon
Is
has
balling.
been balling.
He can shoot threes.
Evan Fournier has been balling, and this kid named Vucevic, I think, is
Nikolai.
some guy on the Knicks. I think he's a big man. He's been balling too, and those three have pretty much
Vujicic.
propelled Vucevic. He's been pretty much propelled the
Have you
Magic to where they
Have you
are.
seen the team they've been playing?
I mean,
I don't see.
I
him.
think the real team we should be telling. To me, that's not the Magic, not the Knicks, not the Sixers, not where the Cavs are, but like to me, the most impressive team in the East right now. You
Is
look at the
Detroit.
Pistons.
Pistons.
Pistons,
Exactly.
yeah.
10-3.
I mean, they have. I mean, they're
Andre
set up.
Drummond sinking free throws. Reggie Jackson's playing like how he's supposed to. Tobias Harris
He was
came
hurt.
out of nowhere.
Playing really well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing
not
Lee
know-
Bradley.
I
Like,
I kind of saw it kind of set up. I see them as a strong defensive team
Exactly.
because I saw it coming. I saw as soon as they got Avery Bradley. If
'Cause
Reggie
that's all they
Jackson
needed.
gets that story,
They were like, if Drummond,
they needed threes.
they needed Drummond to also learn how to shoot free throws.
He had.
And now he's learned, and it's like he can be on the court now.
Bro, I was looking. I was like,
Yeah,
whoa,
it's like
whoa! I thought it was
16
a
rebounds a game.
trick. I thought someone was playing a trick on me because he hit 8 of 8 field goals. I mean, 8 of 8 free throws. I'm like, what is this?
No, yeah, like
Me talking like this.
Someone put.
Actually about to do something.
Someone put.
you don't think they're gonna be in the top 8 by the end of the season?
Listen, Sharif
probably are,
Sharif
but-
is hating because the
Because the
Cavaliers-
Cavs are number 9
they're
right
taking
now.
that L.
Okay, no, all right. So we win today. We're gonna go over everybody. So we're gonna be number 6, and then Orlando probably gonna look. But I'm not even worried. We ain't even got.
Yeah, well, you don't need to because this is all just messing. I mean, we're 13 games in, which is ridiculous.
where the
But
Hornets at?
I mean, here's the thing.
Hornets are right now. They're like 3.
Even if you guys do win, you're still gonna be behind. That's gonna be 9th place.
No, until we get 8 wins.
I know. But
Celtics are gonna stay in. I say Pistons stay in. I say Wizards stay in. I say Raptors stay in.
But
I
everybody
say
know Boston
the
stay in,
Bucks
Washington
stay
stay in, Toronto
That's
stay in.
5 teams. I got
And
the
the Bucks
Cavs
stay in.
moving in, and that means someone's
I
got to
see
go
Toronto falling out.
You think Toronto
That's
falls?
ridiculous.
It's gonna
That's
fall
ridiculous.
down. I see they're
Oh,
gonna fall down.
But
I said they stay in.
So
I see somebody falling out.
the only team I see falling out of this top 8
is Orlando or New York.
is either Orlando or New York, unless Joel Embiid gets injured, which I
Exactly.
feel like is going to happen because they aren't restricting his minutes.
Yeah, I see Philadelphia might fall too.
Philadelphia not
Philly.
falling.
But I mean, I don't see any of the teams out here
I see Charlotte.
besides the Cavs moving into the top 8. So I mean, all that's going to happen is Cavs move in. But I feel like we already see what the playoffs are going to look like, in my opinion, anyways.
Cavs moves number 2. Like, are we really?
I actually got Wizards taking 2. Celtics number 1. Raptors number 3. And Cleveland.
I wish you guys could see Sharif's face right now. It's pretty
I
good.
got Cleveland 4.
What?
Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. They got IT coming back. He could be a strong.
That's
team.
what I'm saying. Like people
Bro, they
are
beat the
judging.
Wizards without having IT.
I'll put him.
Hey, you know who also beat the Wizards?
Who?
D-Town.
LA.
With Detroit?
LA beat him too.
Dallas Mavericks.
Oh no, I can't.
Whoa, for real?
I think they did. Did they not?
Bro,
or am I being stupid?
Y'all gonna make me? Bro.
That's-
Cleveland gonna have number 1 seed. Everybody watch, cause y'all just call this disgrace y'all putting on the Cavs name.
Look at Nicholas Batum plays shooting guard.
Yeah, Mavericks beat the Wizards 113-99. That was a Dennis Smith showcase right there.
LA beat
Okay,
him
let's
too.
look at the West teams. Warriors at 1, Rockets at 2, Spurs at 3, Wolves at 4, Pelicans at 5, Nuggets at 6, Grizzlies at 7, Trailblazers at 8. The only standout I see that is not in the top 8 is the Thunder. So basically, to me, this is just gonna be just like the East, where in the East the Cavs moved in, someone came out. To me, the
I have
West
Denver
the
moving
West
out.
looks like someone's. I have the Grizzlies moving out and
You have
Thunder coming in.
Grizzlies?
Yeah.
I
I like the
see
Nuggets too much. They got a
the-
process going on. They're going to be the next Warriors, in my opinion. You
No,
guys are gonna be
okay, I
I
dumbfounded.
don't think Jokic and Millsap can do that well their first season.
We don't need that. We don't. Paul Millsap is gonna be like he's gonna be an old piece. He's just there
Yeah,
for
I
a
know.
filler. They've got young
He's that
pieces on
Andre.
their team.
Yeah, but
I
then, I
don't
don't
see
think the
them
young
making
bro. I
playoffs.
don't know you talking about.
My team, the team that I feel like, in my opinion, is gonna move up higher. Maybe is gonna be New Orleans. I see them coming
I
back.
love
And I see that's the
and
most-
Anthony Davis.
That's the one team. That's the one team I know the Warriors
say
do
this?
not want to see in the playoffs.
Can I say
That
this?
is the one team.
Dude,
Rajon
Bold
Rondo, too,
prediction.
when he comes
bold
back.
prediction.
Warriors not gonna be number 1 seed in the West.
Rockets?
Yeah, Rockets number 1 seed
Yeah.
in the West.
You know what?
Rockets.
I'm completely fine with that.
I don't see it.
You don't
I
see
see
it?
I don't.
I see it.
I'm fine with it, but I don't see that happening. Also, just because Nick Young, they got a third splash
And I
brother
think-
now all of a sudden.
and I think every time they play Houston beat them.
they always grabbing these mediocre players like JaVale McGee, Nick Young, and David West,
Okay.
and then
Turn
they
them
put
right
them on
around.
their bench, and then all of a sudden they're balling.
Okay,
Like,
they're
they
not.
could start.
Okay, JaVale McGee does not ball. He performs
He's
like a below
balling.
average player because he has great players around him. Okay, first of all, Nick Young has not ever been a mediocre player. He's a slightly above average player.
I don't know.
No, he average.
No, he's average.
He's just like,
He's
what do
average.
y'all expect to be an above average player? Because an average player, I feel like.
No, I watched this video
is-
on
That was like
what you call
14.
it
That's
on
over.
B-ball breakdown. It said the average player, and he was an average player. He was a prototypical average player.
Okay,
I don't
well,
see that.
I mean,
yes,
He averages
let's
a lot of points for him to be
hear.
average.
Let's go over
exactly.
big NBA games
No,
coming up.
I'm
Okay.
saying this every time Golden State plays Houston, Golden State will lose this year.
I think they'll get one.
Maybe not in the playoffs.
One
I
or
mean,
two. I
Houston,
feel like they split it.
Houston gonna lose to them in the playoffs, but I'm talking about in the regular season.
I feel
Houston
like
gonna
they
beat
can
them.
beat them. It depends on who we pick up during trade, because we're gonna pick up somebody during the trade.
What piece are you gonna trade?
Hmm?
Y'all ain't got no pieces.
We're gonna trade the pick.
All right,
What
so,
pick? Nobody wants that pick. Y'all don't get like the
So who's your MVP? And so on and so
Ooh,
forth.
I like that.
LeBron James.
MVP is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo, and
It's
you
LeBron.
remember that.
Bo. Okay, these are my top picks. Okay, first seed. If it goes to Rockets, it should be
Wait.
James Harden.
Oh my gosh.
If it's not that, then another bold prediction is it's Giannis, of
I don't
course.
even think that's bold.
No, I'm saying that's bold. But another bold prediction is Kyrie Irving. If they get the number one,
Oh.
if they get the number one
Oh.
seed,
Can I say this? I'm telling you right now, the MVP is going to LeBron. Watch.
Who?
LeBron.
MVP is gonna go to LeBron.
That's typical. Well,
It's not typical. It's the
I
truth.
see.
Should be Giannis.
I
Should
can
be honest.
slightly see
For what
Kyrie
reason?
Irving because he did lose Gordon Hayward in the first game
And
of the
he's
season.
leading them.
Exactly.
That's
No,
the
he's not.
best record.
He's
in
not
the
leading them.
NBA. But
The Celtics
my
and
prediction.
Brad Stevenson. And Brad
For sure.
Stevens are
They
leading.
lost. They beat the what's it called by 1 point. They beat the Raptors by 1 point. You know why? Because DeMar DeRozan can't shoot a shot.
Yeah. And who did the Rockets lose to yesterday?
Huh?
Who did the Rockets lose to yesterday?
The Raptors.
Got dusted by the Raptors.
They did.
So
Every
like
team
I
can
was
get
saying,
dusted. Didn't y'all get whooped last year?
Who?
The Cavaliers got whooped by several teams during the regular season. So you need to
It's a
stop
regular-
that.
It's
You need to
It's
regular
stop
different
season.
for the Cavs in the regular
And you're talking
season.
about regular season right now.
Because we have LeBron. You have a person who has not proved themselves yet. Obviously, the team can win without him. He has one of the greatest coaches in the league right now. He has Brad Stevenson. Let's not forget this. He has a great coach.
By the way, people overrate Kyrie Irving.
I'm just saying, he's not even
What?
leading that
Kyrie Irving's
team.
not overrated.
People
he
overrate
is
Kyrie
leaving
Irving.
that team.
They talk like he's the best. They talk like he's the second best.
He
is.
No, he's not.
He's proven at
He's
this.
He's not better than John Wall or
He
Dame.
left the Cavs. And
Oh
look what
my
he's
God,
doing.
he's not
He
better
is
than
better
him.
than Dame.
No,
He's dropping Dame off. Let's get this
in
straight.
one-on-one, he's
Okay?
dropping Dame off. But I'm
Okay.
talking about leader of
You
the
know
team.
what? You know what's
It's
gonna
more-
happen?
it's more coming
He's
from a
leading the
package.
team right now. He
That's-
hasn't had a
that's
chance.
Kyrie Irving.
Let's
Look
get
at-
something
no,
straight.
No, he's not.
Let's get
Look what
something.
the
Hold on.
Celtics
Let's get
is
something
doing.
about
That's
Dame.
the Celtics. You
No,
Brad
let's get
Stevenson.
something. Let's get
That's
something
Kyrie
straight about
Irving.
Dame. Dame's first year, he had LaMarcus Aldridge. Congratulations. Did you not see how shy that team had Batum? Congratulations. That's all Dame
Had Dame missed the
performed.
playoffs his whole career? 'Cause as I remember, Dame
Did you not
always
see his
missed the
team?
playoffs.
Did you not see how stacked his team is? He never led them to a
What
one
team?
seed. They've never been the one seed like this. They've never lost only 2 games
We don't.
and leading the team like
He's
this.
15 games in, and the team, and he lost 2 games without
I
him.
bet you if Kyrie
What?
Irving was in the West, he would be an all-star. You know why? Because he's a better player.
Oh no, he would not.
He
be
is a
All-Star
better
in the
player.
West.
He would whoop
He'll
Dame
be-
every time they
he'll be
step
an
on the
All-Star in
play.
the West because of his name. But I'm talking about if he started.
You
in
know why
the
he
West
created his
and
name?
stayed-
Because he's out there balling.
No, cause he has a handle and he has
Let's not
Uncle
forget.
Drew.
Let's not forgive. Don't disrespect. I like LeBron, but don't disrespect that Kyrie gave LeBron his
He
star
didn't- no,
ring.
he didn't
gave
give
him that
LeBron.
ring.
He didn't give
LeBron
him-
ain't
you
shooting that
dis-
shot. Who you passing to? JR? He's making that
First of all,
shot. Let's put it. Let's put it.
LeBron can take it. LeBron, who the last person to score
I mean,
that
shoot.
team?
We might as well
Who
put
the
it.
last person to
We
score
might
in
as
that
well put
game?
it. Shannon Fry. He'll make the shot. Shoot.
Well, first of all, Kyrie don't get the shot. LeBron doesn't block the shot.
Huh?
And try to remember this. Who the last person to score that game?
I bet you
LeBron
Kyrie
made a free
come down
throw.
the field. First of all, you
Kyrie ain't blocking nothing. If it's just Kyrie, they
Do
not
you
in
know
the
why?
playoffs.
Do you even know why the game was so tied for so long? Because
Because LeBron made the 3
No, 'cause
over
LeBron-
Spencer Ezeli. Let's not remember that. He made a 3 that tied the game up over Spencer Ezeli. Everyone forget
let's
that.
explain-
Then
hold
everybody
on.
goes in a drought for 2 minutes.
You know
And
why they were in
Kyrie
a drought?
turns the ball over
Well,
and they get a fast
LeBron
break.
couldn't score.
LeBron blocks it. That's what happened. Everybody let's forget that. Kyrie the reason why they almost lost. Because Kyrie turned the ball over.
Kyrie's
with
reason they won.
Hey,
Kyrie
he
won.
received this
Stop.
one.
Hold on. First of all,
lower the volume.
First of all, the reason
Oh
why
my God.
LeBron, okay, he hit the 3 for the next 2 minutes. Pass the damn ball, LeBron. You know what's gonna happen. As soon as they gave the ball to LeBron, and they called timeout right after that block, right after everything happened, right? You know exactly what Tyrone Lue said? He said, "Give the ball to Kyrie."
No, he didn't.
He said,
That's
"LeBron
what
said,
Ty-
give the ball to Kyrie."
That's what LeBron said.
Huh?
LeBron said, give
Because
the ball to Kyrie.
he knew he couldn't perform.
Or this. They
couldn't
had,
score those
they
last
had the
2 minutes.
biggest defensive liability in the league on him. It had Steph Curry on him. Steph Curry can't hold my gym sock.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wait,
Let's
Klay
wait.
Thompson guarding Kyrie Irving?
No, it was Steph Curry.
Let's move on from this and just do our. I'm gonna say like big name games that are gonna go out through the week, and we are just gonna give our predictions. Okay. Let's
Start with
see.
tonight.
Yeah, starting with tonight. By the way, we're recording this on Wednesday, November 15th. Cleveland at Charlotte.
Cleveland.
Cardiac Kimba.
Okay.
Batum comes back Thursday, I think. So
I'm
No,
not-
we're going to do the Cavs. I got
I'm
the
giving
Cavs.
it to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great Cavs.
And Detroit at Milwaukee.
I got Detroit taking that one.
I got Milwaukee.
Giannis, he plays well, but he can't win games.
I got Milwaukee. Okay. San Antonio at Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Okay,
There's no Kawhi.
we all agree on that.
Didn't they beat them like the first game of the season though?
San Antonio did win.
Yeah,
They did.
Yeah, but it was in
Exactly.
San Antonio though.
Okay.
They did without Kawhi.
Toronto at New
Yeah, and
Orleans.
this is a team that has.
I am giving this to New Orleans.
Toronto.
This is New Orleans. I mean,
Yeah.
New Orleans is gonna whoop them.
Yeah, so
They're
I'm
gonna
saying.
bust them
Those
in the
big
front.
men against Rosen and Lowry.
Toronto.
Okay.
Tony Allen is locking down DeMar.
DeMar DeRozan gonna have 42 points.
Oh my god.
What?
Okay, let's just dodge over that.
I'm telling you, everybody watch it.
I'll take the Pelicans too.
Bro, this team is like the opposite of any team anybody's been in the NBA for a while. They have their scorers are two big men, and the rest of their defensive players are guards and wings.
True.
No,
Okay.
DeMar DeRozan.
Let's see. Okay, and then probably the most overhyped game tonight.
I got the Lakers
Philly
taking it.
at LA.
Lakers are taking
Lakers.
I have Lonzo
And
gonna
I
have
have
triple
Lonzo
double today.
Ball not having a triple double.
Okay, remember this.
But
The
I have Brook
Pro-
Lopez eating tonight.
Sharif, one of the
Let's not
biggest
forget about
overraters
Brook.
of Lonzo Ball I know, is saying that Lonzo is going to get a triple double tonight.
Who's
Triple
holding
double.
him again?
Ben Simmons is going to rock Lonzo. Remember this.
I mean, just because you rock Lonzo
Ben
don't mean
Simmons
anything.
is like
Ben Simmons
6'9".
isn't holding.
Yeah, he plays for point guard.
Yeah, you don't put him on there.
He's defending
Steph
Lonzo.
Curry.
Why-
Steph Curry's
why?
a point
You
guard.
think
You don't put Steph Curry on Kyrie because you saw what happened.
Well, yeah, but
But-
that's just.
Exactly.
But I'm pretty sure they're like.
You put like
I know
Brandon
because for
Ingram.
that, but I'm pretty sure like they're letting Simmons guard point guards.
They rather have him put. They might have put him at Dario Sari.
But
I'd
I'm
rather
talking
him
about
hold
Kuz.
that
Cause
and
Lonzo-
then have Kuzma.
Triple
Kuzma
double for
hold.
Lonzo. Because Lonzo can get 10 points off of
Brandon
off
Ingram.
fast
Brandon
break.
Ingram can
But
lock him
Kuz-
down.
Ingram can play well. I mean,
And he
Ingram's
gonna
kinda,
throw it,
you know,
throw that
shoddy.
thing to Kuz. Kuz gonna have a good game today too.
Oh, I
But
believe
Lonzo
Kuzma
gonna have a
will,
triple double.
but not
It's
Lonzo
not like
because
a
he can't
big triple
shoot.
double. I'm saying
I'm
he'll have
telling
like
you,
10
Lonzo Ball can't shoot.
10 points, 10
No.
assists, and 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying that what Lonzo
Oh
gonna have.
my god,
He can't shoot
That's
yet.
disgusting.
Just like how you say Ben Simmons hasn't developed the shot yet.
Yeah, but do you see what he's doing?
You
You
see what
see what-
Lonzo's doing.
Well, Ben Simmons is 6'9".
PER says it all. I don't even need to say anything.
He
PER
doesn't have
says
to
it all.
drop. I mean, if you're 6'9",
He's
6'10",
no,
he's
he's
6'6".
taller than 16. He came in.
Yeah,
league
that's
at-
what I'm saying.
Came in the league at 16.
Yeah,
They say
he's
he grew
like
like
7'11".
He grew
I
like
believe
2
that.
inches.
He's like
So he's like 7 foot.
he's not 7 foot. He's like
He's like
6'11"
6'11".
at tallest.
He's
6'11".
6'11". He's
Like,
6'11".
listen
He's
to that.
7 feet in shoes.
He's 7 feet.
I don't
7
believe
feet
it.
in
Ben
shoes.
Simmons is
Point
not 7 feet.
In shoes?
They said he was 6'10" when he came in the league, right? And they said he grew 2 inches.
I don't believe that.
Like, listen to that. That's ridiculous. And you expect him to
He's 6'10".
He's not holding.
like
He's
exactly.
And
not
they
holding.
said that the
Ben Simmons
76ers.
has reportedly grown 2 inches, although 76ers coach says no, he did not.
Yeah, he grew 2 inches. Grew 2 inches.
I don't-
Coaches
I'm gonna
He's
go-
lie.
6'12". He's 6'12".
Okay, he's 6'12". We'll
He's
go with
6'12".
that. He's 6'12". All right, so Philadelphia.
The Lakers.
Yeah, I just gotta trust the process, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go LA. Of course, I'm gonna go LA.
I say Lakers because Brook
Oh,
Lopez is gonna eat.
I'm really glad I'm gonna
Brook
be able
Lopez.
next week to talk to you guys about how Philly ended up beating Lonzo.
You
It'll
forget
be
there's
upset.
veterans on that team.
All right, Thursday, November 16th, Golden State at Boston. Ooh.
Golden State is gonna whoop Boston. I'm
Mm.
telling you right now, it's gonna be a massacre. Just for all the hype y'all putting
They're
on
not gonna
Kyrie.
whoop them.
Yeah, it's
Jason Tatum drops 40.
Jason Tatum
Whoa!
wish he Jason
KD.
Tatum wish he'd drop 40 on KD. LeBron barely drops 40 on KD. Jason Tatum gonna have 10 points in that game. KD gonna take it as responsibility just to disrespect that man.
Okay. Jalen Brown's gonna work.
Clay gonna have 40. Watch Clay. Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown's gonna work.
Jalen Brown
Clay.
get toasted by Clay. I don't care what nobody say. Just
He's
straight over his
6'9" and he's playing shooting guard. You need to
6'9".
stop
I
that.
don't care. Clay's gonna toast him.
Actually, he's like 6'9", 6'10".
Put some butter on him. No, he's not. He's not that tall.
He's like 6'9".
But I see him standing next to Kyrie. He like 6'7".
He plays forward though.
Yeah, he's
Jason
6'7".
Tatum plays the 4.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
okay.
about Jalen Brown.
Oh yeah, Jalen Brown. No, he plays shooting guard. He plays it too.
Yeah, but he's like 6'9". He should.
Yeah,
be
he's
playing forward.
ridiculous. No, he played last year. He played like the 4.
He plays small.
Last year he played the 4. I thought.
No,
Or
he
he
plays
plays
small
the
forward.
3. Okay,
Yeah.
I just knew he was a forward of some sort. And I know this year he's playing shoot
Yeah,
the
that's
2.
what I'm
No,
saying.
let me not lie.
That's
They
really.
gonna win the. It's gonna be a close game at first, but Golden State gonna beat them by like 15.
We're gonna see another Jalen
Not
Brown.
gonna beat them by 4. Because
15.
another thing is that they're weak. They're weak in the middle.
Who?
So I think Al Horford's gonna.
Bro, I don't have no
He's
faith.
gonna peg Zaza and
Al
JaVale
Horford's a
McGee.
little punk. I don't care what nobody said. Al Horford's weak.
He ain't little.
He's weak.
I mean, he's an all-star, so
I mean,
he's
I
an
mean-
above-average player. He's better than every big man on the.
Friday,
He's better than every
New
big man on
York
the Warriors.
at Toronto.
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 I say it's Knicks. I say Kristaps leads them to victory.
I have Knicks.
It's in Toronto, right?
It's in Toronto.
I'm gonna take Toronto.
Clippers, Cavaliers.
We're
Thunder
splitting.
Spurs.
You wanted to do that one? I thought it was pretty obvious. when it
Give
was
the ball to
Cavs.
Paul George. They keep that game plan going on.
Thunder Spurs.
Okay, Thunder Spurs. Yeah,
Thunder.
Spurs.
I got Spurs.
Yeah, Thunder.
I don't think the
Thunder. Sorry, Sam, but Thunder.
They can't get it done.
No.
Okay, sure.
I
Did
don't know,
you already?
This Greg
No, I'm
Popovich
saying, I
is-
think
he's
the
sound.
Thunder will beat them. And then the next ESPN game that night is the Pelicans Nuggets.
Pelicans. Easy,
Pelicans.
easy money.
I think
No,
the Pelicans will know.
Nuggets can do it. Nuggets can do it.
Okay, Danny says Nuggets.
Yeah.
Jokic is really
Gary
good.
Harris
Let's
is
move
underrated.
on to Saturday because there are a couple games I really like on Saturday.
Really? Don't
Actually,
you think Gary Harris should
there's
win
just one, really.
most improved?
Gary Harris.
Who do you think should win 6-man?
Yeah.
He's
I
not.
got-
He's not 6-man though.
I
He
know.
started.
I got Gary
Jordan
Harris on my
starts.
fantasy team.
Who's gonna start over him?
Got Jamal Murray.
He's like 22.
Tyreek Evans. Tyreek Evans
Jamal.
should get most improved. There are a lot of most improved. Let's see who stays consistent. That's what matters. Because Victor Oladipo, if
They
anything,
don't.
oh my gosh, you see what he's doing?
Oh yeah.
He is playing.
What's it called? They put a Moody on the bench and it starts Jamal Murray at point guard.
One game I love on
And,
Saturday.
and Gary Harris.
Golden State at Trust the Process, otherwise known as Philadelphia.
Go State.
Golden State.
Is it that easy? You don't
We're
want
gonna
to. You don't
work
want to say Ben Simmons gonna
We're gonna
smack
work him. And
Curry?
then so is
I wish he dunked on. I hope he injured him. Like dunk on so
First of
hard.
all, that length. Okay, I think the starting 5 is more lengthy because Curry's going to be a defensive liability the whole game. He'll be a defensive liability the whole game.
Yeah, they're a pretty tall group.
And then
It's
if
at
Markel,
Philly,
and
and I really want this to happen.
If Markel Fultz comes back,
Give it to Philly.
He's gonna be a bust, dude.
Give it to Philly.
Marco Fultz, I don't see it.
I don't think he's going to be
I
I
see him being a bust.
I didn't like either of those two.
I
I
didn't
had
like-
Jason Tatum as the best pick in that draft
Huh?
Mm,
I had Josh Jackson.
because I don't like
it's okay.
I
You're
didn't like a
hater.
lot of
I get
those
that.
guards.
I get that.
No, it's just like if Lonzo went to Boston, I wouldn't have liked it. If Lonzo
That'd have
went
been ugly.
anywhere, or
See,
Markel
He would
either.
have went anywhere. Exactly.
Markel was
He's the most
Oh.
polished shooter. Not even most polished shooter. I give the most polished shooter Lauren Marketing easily.
oh
I always
He's
thought he was
playing
the
really
better
well.
shooter.
Marketing is a good rookie
Playing
of the year
very
pick.
well.
But if I had to say the best rookie out of that, to me,
Oh,
I like
well,
Josh
technically, out of a draft,
So
Josh
far,
Okay.
Jackson the best too.
Jackson. He's not gonna be a bust. He just plays on the Suns.
I don't like Darren Fox. I don't like Josh Jackson. I don't like a lot of these guys.
But
be
these
honest.
okay, this is the most stacked draft in like I don't know how many years.
Really, I thought the Ben Simmons draft was more stacked.
Brandon Ingram and Ben Simmons. Who else?
I don't even know the third pick.
That-
Oh, Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown. Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like Jalen.
okay,
Brown was
Jalen
pretty
Brown.
high.
Jalen Brown showed up. Okay, you know what the next person pick was? What's that guy off of Marquez off the Suns?
Oh, I know you're
Marquise
talking
Chris,
about.
right?
Marquise Chris.
Is it him or is it?
Yes, it was Marquise Chris was a top 5 pick.
Here, wait.
No,
Okay,
that's in
let's
the
just-
discussion there.
Sunday, November 19th, Washington at Toronto.
Washington and Toronto.
Washington.
Yeah, Toronto's gonna be fatigued.
Washington.
They
Okay.
got too many big games coming up.
The Nets beat
Detroit
the
at
Warriors.
Minnesota.
Ooh, that's a real
Minnesota?
That is an excellent.
I have Detroit.
because that's a big defensive game.
That's
I
what I'm
got
saying.
Minnesota.
It depends on if they can guard. If Cat can hit threes,
I think it depends
I
on
like
Andrew
Detroit.
Wiggins.
I like Detroit
He
too
can
much.
Play really well.
No, I think
Minnesota can take it.
Towns are going to destroy Drummond.
I think he's gonna destroy him.
Oh no!
You
I
can't
think
Drummond's too
I have
big.
it the other
Don't
way.
pump- don't
I
pump
have
Drummond. That's a
Drummond
big
rocking Cat.
Yeah, Drummond's huge. He's averaging like 16 boards a game. So
That's a big.
I love that big boy.
That's a big defensive. It depends. Stanley Johnson for me.
Denver at Lakers.
Denver.
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 That's a winnable game for us. So, I
Dang.
mean, you already know what I'm gonna
Dang,
say.
they
So.
said Denver so fast. They don't even want to give Lonzo a try. It's a night game.
It's Denver.
It's in LA too, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
I mean, Lonzo's gonna have a good game.
Lonzo probably going to shoot like 2 for 5, like he usually does.
not even that.
It's either 2 for
it's
5
like 3
because
for
he's
12.
too afraid to shoot, or it's 2 of 15 because he shoots.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, he's gonna end up with double digits, okay, and double digit assists. So we'll be fine.
This bet the Lonzo.
Okay, Monday. Minnesota at Charlotte.
Minnesota
Minnesota.
at Charlotte, but
Minnesota.
have Batum back.
That could actually be an interesting game.
Yeah, it could be an interesting game. I'd have to give Minnesota the edge.
Minnesota.
I actually see Charlotte putting it out since they're in Charlotte.
Minnesota
it's
to
in
me
Charlotte.
just has way too much more all-star power, so I'm gonna have to go with Minnesota. Cleveland at Detroit. I have Detroit. Sorry, Sharif.
Yeah, I got Detroit too. That defense
Cleveland.
is too good. Yeah.
Why Cleveland? They suck.
Kevin Love's gonna lead them to victory.
Kevin Love.
Cavaliers.
What a prediction.
No. Right. Because LeBron is not losing no more.
Oh,
That's
now LeBron's just deciding, I'm not gonna lose anymore.
Because he don't like the way y'all talking about his
Man,
team.
it's gonna suck that he's not gonna get the number 1 seed in the East.
All right,
We don't need
Isaiah
no
Thomas.
more seed.
Isaiah Thomas back in like 2-3 weeks.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's coming
They
back
said this-
December.
He's a.
I know it was-
I wouldn't push it, man.
I thought it was January.
If I were
It's not
Tom, I
pushing.
wouldn't want to.
It's not pushing it. He had a hip injury like
Yeah, but
last.
if you're projected January and then all of a sudden
He
you're
was
Nobody
never
said
projected.
he rejected February or January.
I
He
thought
never
it
gave
was-
a one.
no, February, December.
I mean December.
When
or
I
January.
first heard it, it was never January. It was
I heard
always
early
December.
January.
Yeah, I heard
That's what
January.
I heard.
I heard December first.
I would just take the extra time. Another good. Oh, this is. I'm actually really
And
like
he's
this.
practicing right now.
OKC at New Orleans.
That's always a good game.
Is Rondo back? By then?
I'm waiting for him to come back because watch, dude. That's gonna be the spark plug. They're already on fire. Watch,
Bro,
Rondo.
isn't there leading?
Oh,
isn't
those-
there leading?
the amount of alley oops you
The-
are going to see?
Isn't the leading like assister either DeMarcus Cousins or it's Anthony Davis?
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
Cousins
it's
at this point.
Cousins. He's
Yeah.
It's
he's more of
Cousins.
a passer. I just hate how Anthony Davis refuses to play the 5, but I mean it doesn't matter now. Now they got Cousins.
Yeah.
He loves playing the 5, so which is why Cousins should stay in New Orleans if he knows what's right for him.
Her team would be nasty. They got
Any
a team
other
going.
big games? Tuesday, one game, 9:30, Chicago at LA, Lakers.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna lose. to Chicago. If we lose to Chicago, then I don't even know what I'm gonna
Lonzo
say.
Ball's gonna look like an embarrassment. Markkanen's gonna look like a talent.
They're gonna
Chicago wins.
They're gonna wipe the
You hate
floor.
Lonzo that much?
Huh?
You hate Lonzo.
They're
that
gonna
much?
wipe the floor with what's it called?
You know what's funny? He didn't say any Mavericks games.
Because I know that's not what people want. I mean, we got 2 wins. I'm gonna be real.
Trash.
I'll be happy to talk about Dennis Smith, but I'm not gonna talk
Dennis
about my
Smith?
team. I'll be happy to talk about how Dirk Nowitzki should have retired a year ago.
No,
You saw
2 years
Bro,
You saw
ago.
he got crossed
Bro,
by
he's-
LeBron.
bro,
He's getting crossed by everyone. CJ McCollum made him do a
dude,
blunder.
that was so bad last year.
yeah, bro, it's okay, bro.
When I saw
Just
that, I
let
was
him
like,
get
he's
his
done.
points. Let him be number 5 on the scoring list.
All I'm saying is just let Dirk and Dennis do what they want. Wesley Matthews is going to continue to shoot just as good as Lonzo does, and we're going to get the number 1 pick.
Harrison Barnes is y'all best player, so
Hey, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's a bad thing. People don't. Here, okay. Everyone hates on Harrison Barnes, right?
no, I don't hate on him. I think he's a good player. Everybody else hates him.
Everyone hate. Oh yeah, most people hate.
I
His
don't know,
average
he's
right now
just
this
not the
season
greatest.
in 35 minutes is 19 points per game, 45% on the field, 35% from 3, 1.7
Oh, you picked up something
assists,
from Curry.
0.7 steals, 7 rebounds. That's not bad. That's a very good second or third piece once they just continue to draft, and that's why I'm saying they need to get that number 1 pick, get the Michael Porter Jr.
This Smith Jr. For that
The
Knicks
2
pick.
juniors,
I'll go pick
Dennis
up.
Smith
I'll go
Jr.
pick up a guard, a shooting guard that can play point guard.
dude. Wesley Matthews.
So when
sucks.
Dennis
can you
Smith
just
goes
trade
down.
for Wesley? Can the Cavs trade for Wesley Matthews already?
Y'all should get Jolly Head.
Because we hate him.
Man, give me that
I
number
mean,
1 pick for
Jalen
Wesley Matthews.
Give us, yeah, dude. He's bad worth it.
No, he's not.
I'm being
Who's worth it?
sarcastic, by the way. Okay. Do you really feel like college basketball, or do you really want to?
It
Jason?
just started.
I mean, what's the name?
Grayson Allen.
Let's just
Grayson
quickly
Allen.
brush over the Duke game.
That's all
That
we
boy
have
a
to
monster.
say.
That boy is a monster. I mean, like Grayson Allen
Even
the
though
longest.
Markin Badley left the game, Grayson Allen. I don't even know why he's in NBA. I mean, I don't even know why he's in the college right now because he's gonna torch everyone.
Who?
Huh?
Grayson
Marvin
Allen.
He'll be a
Grayson
JJ
Allen.
Redick. That's all I expect from him.
He
I'm
has,
telling you this right
he has
now.
more. He can crave for himself more than JJ Redick.
Everybody, watch out for Alabama. Colin Sexton. That boy's a monster. Colin Sexton.
Okay.
That's cute.
Everybody watch.
That's like saying UT's back.
Don't believe me.
with-
Don't believe
With
me.
Baba Muhammad.
Don't believe me. Don't believe me. I'm telling you. Colin Sexton, that man's a monster.
So what do you guys feel about the suspension of the UCLA player?
Oh, they deserved it. Are you kidding me?
Suspended indefinitely don't even mean anything. Cause you just be suspended for a game. And
Most
then come
likely, I mean, like Grayson Allen like kicks people or trips people, and he only got suspended like 2 games.
back.
So-
a game.
A game. So like, all we're gonna see is like 5 games max, and 5 games is really a stretch in my opinion. All I'm saying is those kids are lucky. They are who they are because if I was a regular
No,
citizen,
No, let's say
true.
this. Those
They're
kids
gone.
are lucky they were with Leangelo that happened. That's what happened.
They wouldn't have got out.
No, nobody would even talk about it. It'd be like 2 UCLA kids.
Oh, also, Leangelo, does he not have money?
Did
Do
he
these
not-
kids
He
not
has a
have money?
Ferrari. I don't know what. First of all,
Did he
my
steal
theory,
it? Was
I
he
don't
just
believe
with
he stole it. I don't believe. I just think they caught him on
He
camera.
says
with the
he
thing. I think they caught. The thing is, they said they caught him on camera stealing.
No,
but
because
I don't think they stole it. I just think they caught him
he
on camera. with it in his
apologized
hand.
for his actions today.
You apologize for action because you got.
You don't
they
throw
caught
your
him
team
over
under-
there.
you don't throw your
No,
team under the
he
bus.
talked like he.
It sounded like man, he was about to cry.
He
I
and
ain't
his
gonna lie.
friends stole that crap, and that sucks.
She probably didn't one who stole it. They
I'm-
probably stole it.
I don't think none of them stole it. I don't think none of them. I didn't think the camera caught them with it on their hands and then it ended up
Yeah,
gone. I
yeah.
don't think they stole it. I don't think because if they have video of it being stolen, why did nobody say it? Why haven't the video came
Leangelo
out?
Ball,
of him
UCLA players thank Donald Trump. Who thought that would have happened?
I mean, you have to. He's the reason why you're
That's
over
true.
here.
they were headed for 10 years in jail.
Yeah, maximum 3 to 10.
Man, okay. Well, I mean, anything big that we want to add to before we finish?
Colin Sexton was freshman of the year.
Who's that freshman on Duke that is really good?
Marvin Bagley.
Yeah, he's gonna get freshman of the year.
He got injured yesterday. He might not be able to see no more.
Freshman of the year. I feel like
Why you gotta do
It could be Michael Porter Jr.
It's gonna be somebody from
The
I forgot what's his
SEC
name.
the SEC gonna dominate. The 2 teams from SEC gonna be very good.
Kansas lost last night.
Nope.
I mean, Kentucky.
Kentucky lost.
last night. That's right, yeah.
I mean,
I like Trey Duval.
It's gonna be a team from the Pac-12.
No, it's not. Alabama is gonna surprise people. I'm telling you, Colin Sexton is nothing to play with.
okay.
Young bull.
Is that how you're gonna finish?
Mhm.
I'm gonna finish with the Cavs are not going to make it to the finals this year.
Ooh, what?
Okay, that's.
I just said that to piss Sharif off. I'm just kidding.
I'm about to say,
That's a hot take.
LeBron by himself can take the Cavs out the East. Y'all don't have to have Kevin Love. Kevin Love
Nobody-
All
is
right.
right
Do
now.
you want to do the?
Nobody's team here other than mine has a chance.
Do we want to
mean,
finish with the?
Championship.
We are at the end of every OurTake podcast. We are going to finish with a segment called OurTake Overtime, and so basically what that is every week a different one of us will be just basically ranting about whatever we feel like. Basically, of course, it's sports related though. This week I will be, and we're gonna take turns. That way it'll be even. This week I'm going to rant about the Baltimore Ravens and how they can easily come out of nowhere. Okay? And so basically if you look at the team, okay, they aren't terrible. They aren't. You guys are allowed to talk if you want to. They aren't terrible. And the fact is, you got to look at this. History, time and time again, they go to the playoffs as long as they have a strong run game and a good defense. That defense is good, man. Jimmy Smith is balling. As long as he doesn't get injured like he usually does, he's
C.J.
playing
Mosley.
like one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Brandon Carr is having one of the best years of his career. Yeah, C.J. Mosley in the middle. That defense can be special if they want to. It's just young. It's just young. And then you have Alex Collins. If they give him the carries he deserves, you mix those two together. And to me, getting the 6th seed is not that difficult with the recent Nathan Peterman start announced by the Bills. And I feel like all they have to do is get in, and then you get playoffs Flacco, and then you just get to play at New England. And nah,
cheap.
I'm kidding. They're gonna make wild card and then probably lose first game. It will be a win for the Ravens if they make it to the divisional round.
Ravens cheated when they last Super Bowl.
And how so?
Because that was a head-to-head hit on Stephen Ridley. We should have 15 yards in our ball.
Oh, so the Patriots fan is going to tell me about cheating. Okay, and that's the end of the OurTake podcast. Thank you all for listening. Usually it's probably going to be around this length, which is around 2 hours. Oh, 2 hours on the dot. We finished. That's nice, guys. Okay, so we're going to try to make it more fluent as the weeks go by. We usually record these on the Wednesdays of the week and release them on the Friday after that Wednesday. Our second episode is going to be 2 weeks from now because next week is Thanksgiving. So until then, OurTake podcast signing out.